now we are on YouTube. Okay, cool. Welcome in, everybody. We've got a heck of a lot of builds for you today.
Hey, what's up, Carnage? Long time no see, buddy.
Yeah. We will say hi to everyone else when I get this one window out of the
I
way.
saw that. I peeked for like a second.
There we go. Okay, cool. Woo! Yeah. I was like, it slowly comes up. Okay, cool. Well, welcome in, everybody. We have a very big Wednesday for you, and also a really big Friday for you, and also a really big Wednesday for you.
Another Wednesday. We are stacked.
Yeah. So, if you like watching builds get built, you know where to be all week.
Yes.
The place. Alright, well, welcome in, Carnage, Swag TV.
Yo.
Magus Tolan, welcome in. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a bit. Welcome in. Yeah. Been low-key lurking a lot lately, been busy doing stuff around the house. Oh, I feel that. Does this mean we need to add a Monday stream? I think we need to add another builder if that was the case, too.
We'll just do a 8-hour stream on Friday.
Yeah. What's up, Soul Sniper? How you doing, Nico Kitty?
Yo.
How's your day going? Good. It's gonna be a busy one.
Pretty good.
But we are in for it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but our weather has been very interesting. I left I left the house this morning and it was hailing. Yeah, but like you just gotta drive, you know what I mean? Like you can't be like, oh, weather. You just gotta get to work, yeah. We definitely need Monday stream. How's life been? Life's been pretty good. I've been fighting with my backyard all weekend. And I spent several hours working on putting in something like a path just to realize it was not going to work and I gotta rip the whole thing out.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I gotta come up with a better method to get these little stepping stones in place. It's very hard. There's so many things where it's like, it's running over a drain, so I can't put sand or any kind of earth that's gonna like go into the drain and clog it. So it has to be rocks. Anyways, landscaping is hard. Who knew?
Does that socket look good to you? Top right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got
Just
the eyes.
looks a little off color.
Yeah, but if you look at it from all the angles, it's actually like in place.
For sure. If it's bad, you're replacing. Or are you warm? We can turn the AC on.
No. Don't. Late April Fool's joke. I'll take it. Thank you, JB Plays. The weekend was great. I don't know why. It's just great. I was actually happy for the first time in a long time. Nice. I think it's because I have no stress this week because I'm off. Oh, that's always lovely. Yeah, when you just kind of enjoy existing, always good. Skytech is the best. Thanks. I just, funny enough, got an answer from Fabian, and he was telling me, I responded, go have fun sorting out that grenade that went off in the Madness. It's been hailing for about 20 minutes the other day, though, was another story. Ooh. I spent 720 hours for a single weapon skin on Delta Force. Nice! It's all about the grind. I got so sick of fixing my path, I let it overgrow and eventually dug it all out. That's what I'm hoping to do, but I'm starting from the most compacted, like, nutritionally devoid clay. So I'm building everything, and it's taking a ton of effort, but I already know that, like, I gotta rip it all out eventually and replace it correctly. Still loving the PC y'all built for me. Thank you so much, Bonsai Wookie. Appreciate it. Glad it's treating you well. To be honest, I want a wife. Understandable.
Is that
not gonna. No. Last night I was watching this guy, if you know him, but he like coaches people talking to girls, and I feel lonely as. Well, I can tell you this: there's a lot of guys who claim to be really good at, coaching you on how to talk to girls, but just talk to them like people, and you'll have a lot of success that way. People can smell the pickup artist coming from a mile away. Also, like, if you just befriend girls, girls know other girls. Pro tip.
Really?
Yeah, literally.
Groundbreaking concept.
It's like, even if you, like, have a crush on a girl and, like, it doesn't work out or she's not interested in you, like, she can still be a really good friend, because she probably knows more girls.
Okay.
That's all good.
I'm only 18, lol. Oh yeah, well everyone feels lonely at 18. You got tons of time. Yeah, Unique Carnage has the really good advice there. Be yourself, eventually you'll find the right person, yeah. Because if you gotta make yourself up to be a certain person for someone to be with you, you're just never gonna be able to relax in that relationship. Whereas like when you're yourself and someone falls for you, they really don't care what you do. They think that you're like the most fascinating and incredible thing that ever happened. And it's really kind of weird because you're like, what? Like Fabian has the video of it. It was all nice and beautiful, and you swear a tornado touched down. This thing, every time you load into a map, there's a chance you will even spawn an even smaller chance. You will even drop a rare item. Ooh, okay. Man, I've looked into, like, I don't know, grinding for, like, rare mount drops in WoW before, and, like, even the easy ones, I'm like, too much effort. Couldn't be me. I need to add memory, though, I'm running out, lol. COD alone is 650 gigabytes, like, true, but, storage is one of the easiest things that you can add on your own, so, it's not too difficult. But yeah, games do be huge these days.
Did you hear some of the Switch games might be $90?
I mean, yeah, we were just talking about how they were going to be, Mario Party's like, not Mario Party, Mario Kart is $80, and yeah, $90 for like the special edition or whatever.
Damn.
They got the tariffs out of Nintendo.
I think just video games on the whole are going to be going up in price.
Our imported Japanese video games.
Across almost 2 in-game seasons, I've killed him over 1,000 times, and I've finally gotten this skin. Nice! Dang. What do you do now is my question, though. Every time I feel like I'm grinding for like a specific goal and I get it, there's sometimes where I just end up putting the game down forever, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's how I quit my Minecraft world.
You finally got the thing, and then it was like,
Yeah,
alright.
I finished my building, and then I'm just like, what now?
My coworker is playing that dangerous game as we speak. Well, tech not that big, but I feel, yeah, we're in the era now where a game should be expected to be 100 gig min size. Oh, sorry, hold on. 1 second. That's my reminder to do a thing. 1 moment. Come on, phone load. Wonder if Microsoft raises prices like they did smartly last time. I don't know. I think we're gonna see GTA 6 be an upsetting number. But at the same time, like, I kind of get it. Like, I don't think devs are necessarily paid a ton of money. And, like, they have that, like, crazy grind that they have to do, like, to get those games done on time. But, like, obviously, the publishers, I think, skim a ton of money off the top. And I would like to see, like, maybe some kind of a format that would allow us to go back to, like, you bought the game and that's it. Like, you don't have to pay for anything else. As opposed to, okay, game's cheap or free, but you have to pay a bunch of money to actually play the game. That's what I would like to see. Now, do I think if they raise the price of video games a ton, that would stop happening? No, I think it would just be a horrible conglomeration of both of those things. Okay, hold on, jumping back over to YouTube. First things first, to figure out life. Like, I don't know what to become because I'm good at so many things, but like, I don't love all. I want to do something that I like. I'm lonely because I play Valorant. I mean, that one might be valid. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's a good idea. Yeah. Figure out what you want to do with your life. Maybe even just like try out some different like, you know, career paths, or take a class or two in something like super specialized. Because yeah, once you kind of figure out your path in life, you're gonna meet a lot of people along that path. My parents met because my mom lied her way into a job. I kid you not. This is the origin story. Because she worked as a secretary for a place that did a thing. So then she went to another place and was like, yeah, I worked at a place that does a thing, as a thing doer. And they were like, cool, because it was like the 80s, so like nobody checked on anything. And then my dad was walking by, and she grabbed him and was like, help me.
Wow.
And that's how my parents met. Yeah. Are you guys interested in the Switch 2? Probably. I don't think I'm gonna like get it right at launch unless there's a game I absolutely need. But I am kind of Nintendo trash. I won't lie. Like, I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I'm a fan of Mario. Mario, I don't know why. And I like Zelda. So the second like a Zelda game comes out for that, I'm in. Real talk though, like thanks for the advice. Yeah, no worries. By the way, I don't actually play Valorant. Ah, okay. Mario. Yeah. Okay, back over to Twitch. They did where they announced it, but so they would hold off and keep the regular sales through the new year, and then it went up. Yep. Had to send my PC back to you guys on Monday. The graphics card decided it wanted to have hardware issues. Oh, don't you hate it when components just decide that, they're like, I guess I'll die now. It's very annoying. Hopefully it'll get back to you as soon as possible. GTA 6 honestly is one of those rare ones where the little guys still make a ton of money watching what and how that studio came to be now is insane. Yeah, I agree. Rockstar makes incredible games. That is like one of those things where it's like, and like I don't want to say this and put this out into the universe, but like if Rockstar was like $100 for a game, I'd probably pay it. Their games are that good. Like I can't think of a single other game that I've dropped as many hours into as I did with Red Dead Redemption 2. That was like a story game, single player. My wife plays more on the Switch and the kids than I do, even though I have one. I don't think my games port well to Switch. Yeah, and I've had some ports to Switch. Because I was like, oh, it'll be fun to have this on, like, handheld. No, it was not fun. The game ran very poorly, and I couldn't see anything. How much FPS boost upgrading from AM4 to AM5 with a 5080? I mean, depends on what your AM4 chip is. If you have a really high-end AM4 chip, and depending on the AM5 chip that you're going to, you might not see much of a difference. But, I mean, if you're going from, like, a 5600X to, like, a 7800X 3D, yeah, you're going to see a significant boost. But depends on the game. If the game is heavily GPU dependent, yeah, your CPU is probably bottlenecking it to, like, some extent, but you might not see much of a difference because the game is so GPU dependent versus CPU dependent. If you're going to direct a film based on how your parents met, whose actor and actress you'll cast as your mom and dad? Okay, my mom kind of looks like, and this is a stretch, what's her face? Pretty Woman, she's Emma Roberts' aunt,
Julia Roberts?
Thank you. I was like, what is her name? Ironically, I could think of her niece's name. Yeah, Julia Roberts would be my mom, and then my dad would probably be like, I don't know, Steve Buscemi?
Alright.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Because I guess back then he had like a fro. Alright, this incredibly pale man from Connecticut.
I'll do Mila Kunis and Zac Efron.
They're soaring. They're flying. Okay, who would be my dad? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I guess Jesse Eisenberg, but he like dyes his hair black. Would be my dad.
Who's that?
The Social Network. He's like the.
Oh my god.
He's like Michael Cera alternative.
Yeah.
He's not like budget Michael Cera because he's actually I think in some ways better. But he's like the alternate skin to Michael Cera.
So you went for accuracy.
Yes. I have a 5900X and play mainly Destiny. Then you probably wouldn't see a huge difference. Like unless you were, I wouldn't expect much of a difference. Unless you're playing specifically on 1080p, then you're probably gonna want a higher end CPU because you're gonna have more of a bottleneck than with that GPU. But if you're doing like 1440p or 4K or whatever, you're totally fine. PC always needed a hard restart. The screens went black randomly and the fans went into hyperdrive. Only had the PC 3 months, so yeah, hoping the repair goes well. Yeah, they'll figure it out. They're really good at that. Yeah, what's up, River 2? River 2 on the YouTube. You guys are early. Yeah, we got a lot today. We got 4 builds. And then we got 4 builds on Friday. And then we got 4 builds on Wednesday.
I think 3.
3 builds on... we'll probably have 4 by next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nice cast. Thank you. Happy almost Friday. Man, I feel like Friday's a long way away. Man, working on my yard ate up my entire weekend. I was like, I'll probably play video games for a little bit on Sunday. No, dude, I was in the yard until the sun went down.
No.
The sun got up on Saturday, and like I went out and got materials, and then until the sun set, and it's still not done.
Jeez.
On the plus side, I weeded, like I picked up every tiny little weed. I'm so good. I'm so on top of weeding, and nobody else is in my neighborhood, so I feel like I'm like, look at me in my little spiffy house, like not a speck on it.
You know, it rained the other day, though.
I know, there's gonna be tons of, but you know what? I'm only gonna have to get the new ones now, not the ones that have been, like, established. There's even one that was, like, technically on my neighbor's property, like, I can literally see the delineation, and it's, like, right here, right? And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a good neighbor, I'm gonna pull it. No, that thing was so big, and, like, under the cement, that I only got, like, the top of it, and I was like, okay, well, never mind, I tried. Put some pics of my seed sprouts. Ooh, I should start posting under the Discord because I've got I got my first tomato blossom, and I know I should probably pinch it and go for the bigger tomato, but I'm excited, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And I cut a bunch of greens out of out of my garden the other day because I accidentally let the arugula go too long and it bolted. So I was like, let me start pulling off of a lot of these so nothing else bolts. But yeah.
It bolted?
Bolting, yes. It's like a gardening term for when when your leafy green starts to throw off flowers. So when it does that, it usually changes the taste of the lettuce. Spinach is a big one for this. When the spinach bolts, it's nasty. The arugula is, it just becomes more spicy. So. How are things bolting in April? I live in California. We had one hot week in like the 80s, and now it's cold again, so nothing makes sense. You guys live on the sun. It feels like that. It feels like that. My grass sure acts like it. Okay, thanks. Upgraded my old Skytech Prism 2 with the 5080. Nice.
Nice.
This is the end. Have you seen that movie? No. I recall clips from it, but I've actually never seen it. I gotta go. Gotta get a boy off the bus. I'm gonna be lurking around. Okay, see ya, Carnage.
See ya.
I never asked about this before, but any chance, can I just buy the 50 series straight from Skytech instead of having to look for
Nope.
it? No, unfortunately. If that was the case, we'd have no 50 stock. The weather is fun. Went from 75 to 30 to 55 to 30 to 50. Ah, spring. I'm hoping it'll work to my advantage, though, that it keeps going between being very hot and very cold, in that I planted a bunch of wildflower seeds just, like, in some buckets. And it was just like, ah, with seeds, and I'm hoping that it'll simulate the, like, oh, cold and rain of winter and the heat of summer to bring the wildflowers up.
To speed run?
Yeah, speedrun it.
Alright.
It's a me, Solely, I'm back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
But yeah, I completed it this weekend. I had this image in my mind, and I was like, I gotta make it happen. The succulent fairy circle. So now it's like the fire pit's gonna be in the middle of the succulent fairy circle. Get in. 64 succulents.
Damn.
Yeah, individually, into a big circle where the seating is gonna be. Madness. That movie is epic. I should watch it eventually. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, guys, how was your weekends? Weekend? Did you get to play game? Was game fun? What was it like indoors this weekend?
That was great, dude. Bed, so good.
Yo, what's up, Duds It for Life? How you doing?
Yo.
Let me see if I can clean this one up a bit more. Man, I really can't. Maybe I'll just get rid of the word Wi-Fi. I feel like it's redundant. There we go. Was troubleshooting that PC for days, and the only problem was the most expensive part of the PC. Gotta love when that happens. Ooh. I like your guys' gaming PCs too. Bought one like 5 days ago. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah! Has it reached you yet, or is it incoming? Yeah, currently we're on working 4 to 8's PC. The lineup is we've also got NeoGeo's build today, Michael's build, and Adrian's build. I want a car. Ooh, cars are lovely, yeah. And cars help you get a wife. Not like, you need a good car to attract, but like being able to go places at any time helps a lot. I'm on a BMW, specifically the 335i or 320i.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad option. Expensive option, but nice. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, like, grind in the Hyundai category for a while to get there first. Get those Toyota K trucks. Oh, that'd be cool.
Dude, the
I'm in
insurance
the
company.
VW category grinding. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of the beginner to German cars.
Insurance companies in here are trying to outlaw those.
What, Hyundais?
The K trucks.
Oh, the K trucks. Oof. Like maybe by age 20, get one. Yeah, maybe. I'm using my OF to trade meme coins. Huh. Okay then. Dude, I just got like 3 new cases of the test.
Nice.
I'll have to show you the one I got on the bench currently. It's very heavy.
Oh, not nice.
Yeah. From that, it's so heavy that I'm like, this isn't gonna pass probably. Like,
Oof.
unless it could do some like, you know, magic tricks performance-wise. But the fuel prices, yeah, I feel that. I mean, it's not too bad if you don't have to go too far often, but that commuter life, I'll tell you what. Hello, Space. How are you doing?
Yeah.
For people actually reading my gripes, I love my PC. These guys did a great job building it, but I think it had a rough time in shipping. Oh, yeah, it could be.
Ouch.
Also, like, hardware sometimes just kills itself for no reason. It was very annoying. So, yeah, I was like, so if there's a problem with the GPU, yeah, I was like, yeah, they'll figure it out. But hardware works really well until it doesn't. It's very annoying. Is Skytech shifting into any other products besides PCs? Not really.
Laptops.
Oh, I guess that is true. Yeah, laptops. But not like, you know, a ton. We've got our 2 that we're kind of feeling the market with. Can I have it? No, it's already somebody's. Hydrate. I'm magic. Oh, okay. Well, all I know is I had a hard time getting this up onto the table. Empty.
Damn.
Yeah, so imagine put like a 5090 into that.
That's like.
Well, let's see what the other ones are like.
Can you say the brand?
Nah, I don't want to like. If I'm bad talking the case, I don't want to say it on here. Cause like if I don't like it, it's not gonna show up in our inventory anyway.
Yeah.
But I like to give them the constructive feedback first. I'm not gonna go and blast them. Posture check. Ooh. I have a budget of $1,000 to spend on a PC. What parts do I buy or what pre-build do I get? Let's see what we got. Ba-da-ba-ba, probably our Nebula. But let's see. See if I can find you a really good skier that I think is a good value. Not a bad option, but no, definitely not that. Okay, right now what I would recommend in that price range would be something like this. There's also, this is the Archangel, we also have the Shadow, if you like it in black. Although I think it has a slightly different. So this one is just a tiny bit over 1K, but if you use my affiliate code Kelsey, you'll get a little bit off. Kelsey. And and largely that's going to put you on the AIM-5 platform, which is really nice. The 9600X is a fantastic chip. It's current generation, and it's a solid 6-core, which is honestly all you really need for gaming. And then that one comes with the 4060, which, like, you know, isn't the greatest GPU, but with GPU prices the way they are, it's a really good starting point, and it's still going to allow you to play basically any game you want at 1080p. Monster Hunter, you're probably going to have to go down to medium settings to get it, like, you know, in a good place. Actually, the 4060 doesn't do too bad if you enable all the upscaling with that. But that's a really good place to start. See, you gotta go. Goodbye, Duns It for life.
See ya.
Forgot to ask this last stream. Are you able to tell me what the PC comes with? Because I feel I need everything, but I don't know if that thing goes with the PC. Yeah. So you're gonna be getting the PC, so, like, you know, built like such. We're also gonna be including obviously a power cable from the power supply to plug into your wall, a mouse and a keyboard. Just to get you started, basically. The only thing that you really need is a monitor, and preferably a monitor that comes with, you know, an HDMI or a DisplayPort cable. So, like, if you get one from a friend, just make sure you also get a cable. And yeah, it'll have Wi-Fi antennas with it, so if you don't have Ethernet, just make sure that you install the Wi-Fi antennas. They go into the little gold pieces on the I/O back there. And yeah, that's how it be. If you had a modular power supply, you'll also get a bag with the rest of the cables that were not used in your build. So basically, if it's modular, they're only going to attach the cables that were needed to power your machine as is. But in the future, if you wanted to upgrade and you needed an extra PCIe cable, you have those cables for that. What's up, Dequilas? How you doing?
Yo.
Even though I'm hardwired, I still have a 6-foot extended Wi-Fi antenna for my Bluetooth. Hey, doesn't hurt. Do you ship international? No, unfortunately. Only in the US, and I think we also sell to Canada, but through Amazon. Hey, Kelsey and Juan, you guys built my PC and 3 of my friends' PCs. You guys, the best. Keep being awesome. Thank you so much. The thicky cheeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for, like, sending your friends our way too, or, you know, whoever started that word of mouth. We really appreciate it. But yeah, nice.
Can you say his user's name again?
The thicky cheeks. I did LOL. Well, good on you. Thanks for that. I don't know why, but I'm eating 4-day-old cake. I'm never going to judge you for that, because I've done the same thing. Oh, one time I got this really great cake for my birthday, and then I was, like, home alone for, like, a week with just this cake, and it was so good, so I kept eating it. And I don't like eating cake when it's, like, cold, like, you know, when it's, like, stored in the fridge, so I would, like, let it thaw. Yeah, and then I was like, that's probably fine on the counter for a couple of days, right? As I just kept eating off of this cake. And then, like, it was like every day was just a gamble where I was like, is this the day that the cake is no longer good? Am I going to pay for this decision?
Did you?
No, I was fine, but, man, I wish I could have that cake again.
That's a new version of that cake.
Yeah.
You want it pre-aged?
No. But whatever the icing was, it was good. Do you stream on Twitch? Yes. Yeah, actually, we're currently on Twitch right now. Skytech Gaming official, I think.
Official.
Do you like chocolate cake? Because I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. If I was, like, crafting the perfect cake, which sucks because most places they're like, do you want a vanilla cake or a chocolate cake? My ideal is I like chocolate cake, like the cake itself to be chocolate, but I like vanilla icing. I don't like chocolate icing. I feel like it doesn't really, like, taste that chocolatey. It doesn't add a lot. Whereas I also feel like vanilla or yellow cake is like, kind of bland. So that's my answer to that. But yeah, typically I will opt for not a chocolate cake because I don't like chocolate icing. I'm not like a big chocolate fan though, actually. Like when it comes to candy, I'm always opting for like the fruity kind of ones, sour things. Never chocolate. I'll eat a red velvet. Yeah. Do you like ice cream cake? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will definitely partake in an ice cream cake. It's actually funny, my birthday's coming up, so I'm like, oh, I should think about what cake I want.
You like cake by the ocean?
Yeah. Mhm. Although the last time I heard that song, I was like at the dentist, and you know how like they would just have like music playing. It was "Cake by the Ocean," and I was getting like a root canal or something.
Yeah.
So like all I can associate it now with is like being in a dentist chair, trying not to like choke on your own spit. You know.
Damn. That is a dentist room waiting song.
Right? Yeah. Oh man. I don't know, like, is that anybody else's experience at the dentist where, like, I feel like the entire time I'm focusing so hard on, like, making sure that, like, you know, the saliva doesn't just, like, choke me. And they come around with the little sucky tube, you know, whatever, but, like, not enough. Not often enough. I feel like I'm the only one typing. I feel so lonely. I'm sorry, Emerson. I'm sure someone else will jump in soon. I like my most recent dentist that I found. Like, they're awesome. They don't mess around. They don't upsell you anything. They're, like, totally straight to the point. But the one thing I don't like about it is homie leans you all the way back. And I'm like, not chill with that. I'm like...
You need some angle?
Yeah, you know, like, so that I have the illusion of not just being, like, completely helpless. Like, straight up.
The illusion. Optics is important.
Because I'm just like, how do I keep it from choking me now? Ah. Juan, how much do you think is an acceptable amount to spend on a mattress?
On a mattress?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know, dude. I think that depends entirely on how much you can spend, in my opinion.
That's a good
There's
point.
probably an excessive amount, and that's probably like $10,000. But, like, I've never tried like a $5,000 mattress, you know?
Oh yeah, it better feel like $5,000.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean?
Like, there's a whole world out there.
If I live in Canada, do I have to buy the PC from Amazon, or do you guys ship it still? No, I was like, we can't ship to Canada. It has to go through one of the distributors then. Amazon, or Best Buy, Costco. I'm not quite sure who's selling in Canada, but I know that we do sell to Canada.
Are you in the market for mattresses?
No, somebody was talking about it the other day, and it got me thinking about, like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just get the best one I could afford.
Also, my dad was like setting up the guest room, which is, I guess, where I will sleep when I go to visit him. And he's like, yeah, there was a really highly rated one on Amazon Basics for $200, so I just got that. And I'm like, like nervous for if I ever have to sleep on it. I'm like, is it gonna feel like 200 Amazon basic dollars.
I had a memory foam Amazon mattress for a while. It was not great.
I know, but like Amazon can be scammers sometimes. They totally can. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is just figuring out who the like actual seller is on Amazon. If it's like somebody's like individual user account, that's usually not the way to do it. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know too many details about how we sell to Canada. I just know that we do, and we're actually one of the biggest sellers to Canada, but just not directly.
Crazy.
It's very weird, yeah. Welcome in, S. Davix or SD Avix. Welcome in, welcome in.
Welcome, welcome.
Like dangerously close to my face. I was like,
Sorry. I mean.
what? Why do they have a higher price from yours? Huh. Is it because it's in Canadian dollars? Doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, I gotta tell you about bar trivia this week.
Yeah.
So, we did really bad, don't get me wrong. But at first we were doing really good. And they had an entire matching section that was national parks.
Wait, repeat that?
They had an entire matching section that was national parks. And
Oh.
I was like, everybody, I was like, stand back, I got this for the team. 100% of that. It's pretty funny.
I messed up. I'll be right back.
That one. Oh, that one. Always getting into it. Also, if you hear the Jetsons theme, just don't worry about it. We set up a sensor into one of the rooms, and I swear every day it changes what we make the sensor do, but it's just that. If I order the PC off of Amazon, do I still get all the things that come with the PC that Skytech gives? Yes, yeah, because the keyboard and mouse will be in the box. Hearing like banging, I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
I forgot to take
Oh,
the
the
trash out.
trash.
I'm just gonna have to add another one.
And the Wi-Fi adapter? Yes, the Wi-Fi adapter will be in there as well. Yeah, basically the box that the PC comes in has everything in it.
Whose fairy ass ringtone is that?
It's the sensor to going into the...
Oh, what is it this week?
I guess it's the Jetsons theme, but
Oh.
cryptically.
Okay.
Why are there 11 people but nobody typing? It's so quiet. Some people like to lurk. That's usually me in chats.
What'd you get for lunch?
Salad.
Oh, healthy boy.
Mm.
What was for lunch?
Well, I had a Pop-Tart this morning. And then I ate a little baggie of goldfish crackers, the
Okay.
Frank's Red Hot Sauce kind. And then I had a granola bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
balance.
Soon I will have, hopefully, cucumbers, and I'll be bringing those for lunch.
Nice.
Do you guys think that your laptops are better than some of your guys' PCs? Nah. Because here's the thing about laptops. Just because of their form factor, they're going to have a limited power delivery. So they're never going to be as good as a PC desktop, unless you're comparing, with something that's very outdated. So a desktop PC is always going to, crush a gaming laptop, especially, price to performance. But they're still good. They're still definitely better than, a ThinkPad. They still have at least a dedicated graphics card. But, yeah. Only so much power delivery you can do to a laptop. Why do they call them desktops? Because you put them on top of a desk. Whereas, a laptop, I guess you put them on your lap. Now, this is the kind of PC build I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Very nice one. What's up, Funk Metal? How you doing?
Yo.
Remember, the whole thing about gaming laptops, too, is that, you're getting them for the convenience of the portability. Being able to kind of take them wherever. You can take them to school and write your notes on them and still game later that night. And as somebody who did most of her gaming post, 18 on a laptop with integrated graphics, it gets the job done, but there was plenty of room for improvement when gaming laptops came around. I low-key wanna get one, but GPU prices are just so cooked right now. Yeah, I feel you on that. But, maybe watch the market, check out for a build you like, see if there's any specials coming up. Pretty good, just chilling and testing some new peripherals I got. Nice. Oh, yeah. Is the RGB cable?
Yeah.
Those are always the hardest to get on, just because you're like, why?
Yeah.
Why? I don't think they realize how loud that can be, or how much it travels. Okay, but on Friday it was a goat sound, like a goat braying.
Yeah.
And the cleaning lady came in the morning, right? And it's right by where all the trash cans are, several trash cans. So she's trying to empty the trash cans, and this thing is just constantly going off with a goat meh, eh, eh, eh. And she was there for a solid 8 minutes. I felt so bad, but I also know how to be I'm sorry, my coworkers are insane.
You could have just told her that.
What are good Amazon PCs right now that are 1440p from you guys? Because, I was gonna get the Archangel 4, but it's not there, so I might have to get a different one. Ooh. I have to look on Amazon and see what we got. I wonder if there's an issue with, if I'm in America, what it shows me versus what it might show you. For 1440p. Let me see. Totally depends on your budget too. I think we have a lot of 4060s right now. I'm seeing a ton of them. Okay, something like this would be fantastic for 1440p. I don't think you'd really want for anything with this PC. Oh, it's 400 characters too long. Frickin' Amazon. Well, okay. I would look for this name on Amazon and see if it's on there for Canada. How many people are in the Twitch chat? I don't know, actually. I'd have to pull up Twitch. I mean, I've got the chat up, but it doesn't tell me on that. And for some reason, it's not telling me here either. It says 14. Hello, Mr. Chicken. How are you?
Hello.
Do you guys think the 5080 series will come back to MSRP anytime soon? Probably not anytime soon. But, I mean, who can tell the future? Who knows what'll happen? What is a gaming laptop for 1080p gaming? Check out our Lumi. We have the Skytech Lumi 2. You guys excited about the Nintendo Switch 2? I haven't really seen the specs for it yet. I didn't watch the whole direct because I was working. I know I'm in the minority with this. I kind of didn't think that the original Switch was that limiting hardware-wise. I know that it couldn't run, bigger games. It's nowhere near, going toe-to-toe with the PlayStation 5. I get that. I kind of didn't care. Because as long as the games were good, So as far as having the big hardware upgrade and just being able to run and in that regard develop higher spec games, that's really cool. But that's not my number one concern with Nintendo. My favorite things from them are usually the really wacky stuff that they make. You know what I'm hyped for? Tomodachi Life coming back. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat that game up. I had the OG Tomodachi Life on 3DS, and oh my gosh, that game was fun. But also just incredibly stupid. That being said, I'm probably not gonna get it at launch unless there's a game I really want with it. But I'll probably get it when the first Pokemon game drops for it because I am a simp for Pokemon. Game PC 1440p from you guys? Yes. Now, it's got the specs for 1440p. You're still going to have to get a 1440p monitor to be able to run things in 1440p and have, the benefits. Isn't Switch 2 supposed to be around PS4 performance? Yeah. I mean, we'll see. That is a really bold claim. And big if true, but I don't know, what I found I did a lot with my original Switch, my OG Switch, is I mostly played it in handheld mode. I don't really dock it. Because Nintendo's always had, in my opinion, the best mobile game. Not mobile, but handheld games. So even when I get the full titles, I still want to just play them in handheld mode. It's very interesting. I'm an AMD lover. I feel that. You're not alone. Many people love AMD. PS4 is 12 years old, so it's possible. Yeah, that's true. Getting a 280 hertz gaming monitor for 160 Canadian dollars. That's 1440p. Is that a good deal? Probably, but again, I my conversion from like US dollar to Canadian is pretty weak. So couldn't quite tell you. But yeah, more so than anything, I'm excited to see what games come out for Switch too. Because it's the games that are going to make me go for it or not. 160 CAD is 112 USD. Oh dang! But yeah, that's that. Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cheap then for 1440p. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Wait, I also have a question. Would 1080p work with 1440p anyway? Yes. So if you have a 1440p monitor, you can still run it in 1080p. You just can't run a 1080p monitor in 1440. Do you have good gaming pre-builds for price to performance? Yes. Check out our website, skytechgaming.com. Depends on what your budget is too. I can help you point you in the right direction if I know that. But yeah, one of the tactics that people use sometimes to get more frames per second is to just, you know, run 1080p instead of 1440p on their monitor, because you'll typically get a lot more frames in a lower resolution, if that's what you're after. It won't look as pretty. Woo! We'd have another one. Would 1920 work with 1440? So 1920p is 1080p. That basically is just the dimensions. We usually call it by whatever the second number is. So that's why we refer to it as 1080p is 1920 1080p. There's also other 1080ps that have a different dimension there, but it's the same. .24 inches in 1080p looks better than 32 1080p monitor. Yeah. Everyone I know swears by 27 inches being like the sweet spot for gaming. But I mean, it's totally up to you. I have a 32 inch and I sit way too close to it. Lesson learned. By the way, whose build is this? This build is working 8 to 4s. I was like, it'd be a little tough to see because of the way that the line gets squished together, but yeah, working 8 to 4.
Are you?
Shoot, kind of, yeah. Well, 4:30, yeah, because I don't get paid for lunch, yeah.
Working 8 to 4.
We also have NeoGeo's build today, Micheal, and Adrian's. Yeah, I was like, it's a little harder to see in this format than our previous format. But the previous format made it harder to see the screen. It was like a whole thing. Pixel per inch, a lot of people don't realize, true. Oh yeah, and the monitor is 27-inch curved gaming monitor with 280 Hz and under 60 CAD, so good. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. Love you. I love you too, Emerson. Bye.
Yeah.
So, question based on personal experience, AMD or Intel? Okay, so I work almost primarily with the Intels over the AMDs, but in current matchups, generation-wise, I think AMD is the really smart choice. So, even me, I usually tend to favor the thing I work with the most, which is Intel. I'm saying go AMD. Not that Intel is like horrible or in any kind of way, or that choosing it's a bad idea, but right now I'd be going AMD. Hello, cool kids. What's up, Chili Con Juan? How you doing?
Yo, welcome in.
Welcome in. What the hell? It's like people don't know that we do this here. Oy. It's almost like I brought up that stuff being in the same building as the studio was a bad idea.
Yeah.
What do I know? Oh, just waiting for the weekend already? Oh, I feel that. I feel like it's far away, though. I spent the whole weekend working in the yard, and I will spend this next weekend working in the yard. Only it's gonna be worse this weekend because my dad will be there.
Then you should have cut the egg up and put it in your salad.
Oh, damn, you're right.
I mean, you still have salad, right?
I do have some.
I've never seen you finish a meal.
Dang. Called out, Handy.
Was
How
that
do you
a
feel about
drag?
that?
No. That's a good thing, if anything. Especially these days, bro.
Oh, I try not to.
You try not
I try
to?
to survive. Try to survive, you know?
I'm trying to do the Fabian method, bro.
No dinner?
No more eating when the sun is down. So I had breakfast.
The week is about to start. Gotta go back in tonight at midnight. Sad face. Oh, rip. So sorry. Oy, oy. So Nintendo making a 24-player Mario Kart. What could go wrong?
Jeez.
Oh, I just saw that trailer.
Yeah.
4 players. It's crazy.
Like, don't get me wrong, I like Mario Kart. I don't like it $80 worth. I'll play it at a friend's house for that.
You say that now.
I don't know, though. Do you ever just feel like... I have a friend who... I haven't really been talking to recently, but... I found that, like, he just happens to have, like... I would say, whatever the online discourse, like, rant is about something, he just, like, immediately picks that up. Like, doesn't form an opinion, goes immediately, instead of, like, watching a direct, goes to, like, here's the article talking about why this is bad, and then just, like, holds on to that opinion and never lets it go. Like, he was one of the ones who was like, yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield is trash because they don't have the entire world dex. And then, like, 3 years later, finally played it and was like, yeah, that was actually a good game. And I was like, I was telling you. So, yeah, I got a buddy who's very upset about $80 Mario Kart. And I understand. That's a lot of money. But also, like, if anyone's gonna buy that game, it's gonna be him. He loves Mario Kart. Interesting build indeed. But Kelsey, you can roam the field now. I have Mario Kart, but I don't play it. That requires friends. Yeah, that's another thing. I keep telling myself, once I get the projector set up in my house that I want to have, and I can have the entire wall being Mario Kart, then I'll get the Mario Kart game. Because then I'll start hosting parties where it's like, alright, everybody get in, it's a tournament. And everyone's just like, you know, on the floor and in chairs. It's awesome. This is my vision for the future, and it's beautiful. What is a good gaming PC for $800? Check out our Nebula. That's about what's going to be in that price range. I don't know, man. There's so many good games that have come out that I just, like, haven't even picked up. Like, Sonic Frontiers, I never played it. I probably would have enjoyed it. But the games keep coming, they don't stop coming. Actually, dude, like all I'm really waiting for this year, Pokemon Legends, and then Digimon Storytime Stranger. And those are like my main things. The Digimon card game app that's gonna come out. Those are what I'm waiting for. Yeah, there's a game I want to buy, but I've been saving up for a Vegas trip. Ooh. Yeah, definitely do Vegas. The game will still be there and probably on sale in the future. You know what I mean? Is the 7600 XT good? Yeah, actually. I was like, it's pretty solid. And it's cheaper than an NVIDIA card, so there's that. Hello, how are we today? We are good, Loungefly. How are you? We are busy. We got 4 builds. And this is the first one still, right?
Yeah.
Dang. We ditched the Branson trip for Vegas. Honestly, a good move. Not saying that Branson sucks. Branson's pretty dope, but Vegas, you just got a lot more variety, things you can do there, and you can get a cocktail and just walk around outside with it. Like, it's kind of cool. That's a good looking build there. That it is. That it is. It's gonna be an absolute monster with airflow for days. The wife looked at me, you really want to go to Branson? No. Oh, that's funny. My $200 PC SATA SSD M.2 is blinking red. What should I do? If it's just like a little light on it blinking red, it just means that it's reading it. It doesn't necessarily mean anything's wrong with it. It'll blink whenever it's like doing something. My kiddo gonna love the MGM resort pool. Oh yeah. What case is this? This is the Antec Performance 1. Or as I like to call it, the cheese grater. Make some nachos. Ooh, maybe I'll have nachos for dinner. But yeah. Don't worry, that wasn't a time thing. This thing monitors my heart rate, and I don't know why I've been very fascinated with it recently.
Oh yeah.
Well, because I was like sitting at my desk the other day, and then I looked at it, and I was running 60 beats per minute.
Dang.
I know, and I was like, that doesn't seem like a good thing, actually. Like, I am not an athlete.
60's pretty low, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the thing. And I was like kind of feeling weird too, so I was like, I should monitor this. So now I'm trying to like periodically throughout the day just like check in on it
What,
and be
get
like,
your heart rate up?
well, no, but just like just be like, okay, how am I feeling and what's my heart rate at, just to see before I go into the doctor and I'm just like, so according to my watch, you know. I keep telling myself I don't need a 5090 since I just stream retro games. It's true. Yeah, don't fall for the trap. Although I'm like, man, how good would Sims 3 run on that? Like, I can already run it at the highest settings, I don't know. My laptop is running slow, and it is new. I checked for a virus, and there's none. I checked the RAM, and nothing is wrong. I don't know what is going on. Well, I would check this. When it's running and when it's slow, open up Task Manager, and then you're just going to look at your percent usage on both your CPU and your memory. If either of those are kind of capped, like 100%, that basically just means that your CPU is at load, it's doing the best it can. Or if your memory is at 100%, that your memory is at load. And so whatever you're doing is taking up all of your RAM. Oh yeah, actually that's not a bad option too. Clean the disk there, yeah. I would be okay with the 4070, solid choice, yeah. Just need to run OBS, yeah. Gotta take my doggo to go poop, BRB. You are excused. Ask my godmother for a gaming laptop, but I gotta get my grades up and my behavior.
Dang.
Well, that's good to have a goal. Everyone playing cool games, and I'm stuck with OG Final Fantasy VII. So far, I'm at 50 hours into the game. Dang. Kind of crazy that games back then could even go for as long. Like, just when you think content-wise. But honestly, the OGs are the best. Even the remakes, it's like, the spirit is there, but the body isn't. Doesn't make any sense. School first always. Yeah, I'm thinking that actually when the new Digimon game comes out, I might just stream my entire playing of that. Why? Because it's coming out on Steam, and doesn't seem to be coming out on the Switch at all, so if I can't play it in handheld, and I gotta play it at the PC, I might as well stream it. And, like, it's also one of those things where if nobody watches, I literally won't care, because I will be playing it and having a fun time. I'm at the third disc. Yeah, the new Final Fantasy VII doesn't appeal to me. Yeah, I don't know. It also, because it, like, expands so much stuff, I got tired of it, like, fairly early into the game. And I was like, okay, I kind of just want the plot. Like, just give me the main story. You know, it was a great game story-wise. Final Fantasy X. I'll never get over this. Told a great story. If they ever did a remake of that one, I don't think I could play it, because that game was already long as heck. I can't even imagine the side quests that would go through it. Like, ugh. Do not want. I got told to play Final Fantasy X and avoid Final Fantasy X-2. That is correct. That is indeed the correct thing to do. It's just that Final Fantasy X-2 is such a departure from the tone of Final Fantasy X that it's really jarring. Especially if you go to it right after playing Final Fantasy X. You're like, wait, what? And to illustrate this, it begins with, like, a weird pop performance with Yuna. Yeah, and that sets the tone. Don't get me wrong, the song slaps, but it's like, oh, this is gonna be different. I got suspended for 2 days for school. Oh man, that sucks. So many races day seems half done to me. What's up, John? How you doing?
Yeah, yep.
Chain of memory different? I don't know, in a different way. So, like, gameplay isn't that different. And the graphics are all basically the exact same, they just kind of reuse them. But, like, there's pop music almost all the time. It's so weird to explain it. And yeah, I don't know. It's like if somebody, I know it's a whole game, but it's like someone was like, hey, let's just do some, like, epilogue DLC so you can just see what everyone's up to now. You know how, like, other games did that later on? That's what Final Fantasy X-2 felt like to me. I've I've seen some crazy laptop ads recently. Oh yeah? Yeah. Like up, guys. We need more likes. Thanks. Basically, campy pop concert. Yeah. But Final Fantasy X, in my opinion, is one of the best stories, like, of video games. People don't like the twist, and, like, I'm not gonna say I'm 100% about it either, but, like, about halfway through there, I was like, my gosh, this game is very interesting. I was invested. I'd be the dad taking my kiddo to a pop concert while I'm in the back drinking beer with the other dads. You gotta do that sometimes. I don't know, man. I never went to any concerts when I was a kid, did you?
As a kid, no. But as a teenager, yeah.
Wasn't me, yeah. My first concert was Joan Jett when I was 18. I was a big fan, so it was exciting. Got an MSI 13 Gen, Core 7, and RTX 4060 laptop for 750% at Best Buy. Oh, $750 at Best Buy. 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabytes SSD. That's not bad, yeah. Very clean looking inside. Nice job, Juan. Yeah,
Thank you, thank you.
Let's see it lit up.
Oh, held it too long.
There you go.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Very nice. Alright, well, this PC is done. It's going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers it needs out of the box. It's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We are also going to stress test it, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, working 4 to 8. And thank you for ordering with us. Lovely PC. Just gorgeous. Ooh, actually, I am so crazy about serious loops. Very nice. Yeah, very lovely. Do you guys know what PCs you are building Friday? Let me double check and see if we have figured that one out yet. We have a lot on the deck. I know that we are basically booked until next Wednesday, or booked through next Wednesday. So if you ordered it super recently, it might be past that. But yeah, I don't think we have scheduled yet what's going to be Friday.
Just the 4 chronological ones.
Yeah.
If you click on them, you can see the PDF and the names.
Okay, there are 11 of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I could do that.
Wait, including right now?
Yes. Joan Jett, I hate myself for loving you. Yeah, I was a big Joan Jett fan. I used to have when I was like 18, I used to wear a leather jacket. I thought it was so freaking cool. I was just trying to be Joan Jett all the time. I learned all of her songs on guitar. Big nerd. What time do you guys start your streams? Usually 1 o'clock, but when we have more, we'll start earlier. So like today we started at 12 because we had 4 builds to do.
What next?
Up next we have NeoGeo, which is in a Lian Leo 11 Vision. My daughter to Disney on Ice. I saw a lot of moms and daughters, then hardly any dads. One lady asked me if I had weekend custody of my daughter. I said no, I'm still married. Cringe question to ask. Yeah. That being said, my dad did take me to a lot of things solo, but it was when he had custody of me. But still, like, what? Dads can't take their kiddos places? Come on. like Pat Benatar. I do like Pat Benatar. Not as much as Joan Jett, but I like Pat Benatar. Controversially, I'm a big fan of Hole, so I am a fan of Courtney Love's work. What else do I like? The female rock types. When I was 18, I had the leather jacket going on too, lol. Something about being 18, like, I don't feel like I could rock it these days, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in my 30s now, I'm like, But 18-year-old me driving a Firebird, yeah, she could pull that off. Have you seen the Runaways? I have. I'm actually a big Runaways fan, too. And when I went and saw Joan Jett, it was actually, Cherie Currie was opening for her, basically. And she still put on a great show. Still has a really great voice. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got the movie on DVD. I was a big fan. I also almost met Joan Jett that night, but, she drove by, like, I waited at the end, little thingy, you know, whatever, and then she drove by in a car. And somebody from that group ran after her, and he did get an autograph. And I was like, commitment, I should have ran and caught her at the light. But yeah. Firebird, yeah. I had a red Firebird, Gen 4. It was only a V6, but I loved it. Courtney Love, I love it. We have a lot of the same tastes. Good to know, good to know. Yeah, I went through like a very big obsession with Hole. Great band. No way, I wish I could meet Slash in his poofy hair, yeah. I don't really go to concerts. I think that was like really the only concert I've actually been to. I don't like big crowds, and parking situations make me very anxious. You know, where I'm like, when I don't know what the parking's gonna be like, when it's gonna be like an inch or a crawl into a parking lot, like, stresses me out, so I tend to avoid things that require that. So I don't go to a lot of concerts. Also, concerts are expensive these days. What the hell? I gotta wait for everyone to do the county fair scene. But where was I going with this? If I ever do a concert again, I'm totally gonna do what I did last time and basically camp out where they, like, you know, leave, because while I did not get Joan Jett's autograph, I did get Cherie Currie's autograph. She did walk through there, and I got to talk to her. I got a picture and an autograph. So it's like, you know, what worst thing that can happen is I strike out and I don't get an autograph. Best thing that happens is I get an autograph. I hate crowds. Yeah, it's an anxiety thing. I'm just like, ugh, people. I took my daughter to a daddy and daughter Girl Scout night dance this past Saturday. Oh, that's
Nice.
cute. I think I remember Girl Scouts doing something like that at one point. That's good though, Chilicon one. Like, I'm telling you, that builds towards something. Like, me and my dad are very close these days.
W father.
He calls me several times a week. I call him just to talk about stuff, you know. He's a really good guy. And you'll notice I never talk nicely about my mother. So you put in that grind now. I also told him, I was like, you did everything right, so you know what? You get to live with us when you're old. I was like, dibs on you. I was like, my other siblings can deal with mom. You get to live with me. I've only been to one concert. Avenged Sevenfold. It was amazeballs. Oh man, I remember Avenged Sevenfold. Didn't really listen to much of their stuff, but I was surrounded by a lot of people who did. I was very conscious when they were huge. First concert was Big Time Rush. Hey.
Nice.
Bo Johnson's probably the best concert I've been to since, though. Oh, nice. One of the, so like my fiance's been to a handful of concerts, just a few more than me. Like, again, not a lot. But the one that stuck out was they went to like a concert that was Arctic Monkeys, but Foals opened for them, and they said that Foals were better than the Arctic Monkeys. Like the whole group that went was just like, so this is a letdown after Foals opened. So noted. Go see Foals. First concert was Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood Tour. I'm telling how old I am, LOL. That's all good. I'm jealous because my dad's first concert was Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, and I was like, how dare you? How dare you have such a cool first concert experience?
It was probably like $7 too.
I know, right? Jimmy Eat World, holy crap, the memories, MTV days, yeah. Haven't been to a concert in a good while. I've seen U2 3 times. I learned by the second time to grab a beer when Bono does his speech. There's no line. Nice. Just love when they pop on my Discover playlist out of nowhere, LOL. Bono ain't cheap. Oh, I imagine, yeah. Probably like as expensive as going to see Paul McCartney. Which, okay, here's my unpopular opinion. Paul McCartney is my least favorite Beatle. My first concert was Pantera. Nice. I can't believe I haven't been to a concert since then. Jeez. I keep thinking like, oh, well, I gotta go see this concert or whatever. But then you look at the tickets or it's like not in town and I'm like, oh, no, that sounds way too difficult. I was gonna go and see Chapel Roan in San Diego right before she blew up. But I was like, ugh, I'd have to take a day off from work to go all the way down to San Diego. And then, like, 2 months later, her song blew up, and then she was at Coachella, and it just got, like, crazier. And I'm like, I'm never going to see her now in concert. Regret. Talking about letdown, I went to Metallica and Guns N' Roses. Metallica opens, took the show. Guns N' Roses was lame after that. Dude, that's gotta be the worst thing. Like, especially if you're a band who's not that great live, like, you gotta be like, okay, we gotta find an idiot, like, in a harmonica to come on first. Something to make us look good. Dua Lipa is going to San Francisco in October, so I want to go.
Ooh, fire.
I feel like that's probably another one where tickets are gonna be kind of expensive. Learn to stay away from the mosh pit. Oh yeah, no, mosh pits scare the crap out of me, man. I mean, I don't really listen to a lot of music that, you know, inspires a mosh pit, but that's like my nightmare. Like, people around me and they're like touching. No. Yeah.
They pick you up?
No easy escape. Nightmare for sure. You can see her on YouTube. True. Really want to go to the Disturbed concert that's coming to my city soon. Ooh, nice. Sometimes you can get lucky too with like the artists who are seemingly always touring. So like everyone who wants to see them's already seen them. So I feel like tickets aren't that bad to get. They're always around. They're always coming through your town or whatever. I was gonna go see Tegan and Sarah, but I was like, you know what? I can catch that literally at any time. They're always touring. Everyone's already seen them. They're not going anywhere, it's fine. And the tickets will probably be $25. Like, I can't be mad at that.
Nice.
30s. What about STP with Scott? Nah, not really my cup of tea, or at least like not something I listen to. But yeah. I also wasn't like very music conscious until I was about 16, and then I like started forming my own kind of, you know, music taste. Until then, it was mostly pop music on the radio, and I didn't like it. It just was what was on. And some exposure to some very good music, because my mom actually had really good music taste. So I listened to a lot of David Bowie as a youth. Y'all see the Silk Song news though? No. So, what's up, Ant-Man?
Yo, yo.
We don't get rock concerts here? Not at all? What about, well, I guess that's true. I was gonna be like, don't you guys have a festival? Kerrville Folk Festival? But that's folk. I think is in your area. San Antonio Hill Country. Best deal I saw was Korn. Korn did a pop-up concert during Fiesta for $10. They had to close the park down due to the amount of people trying to get into Hemisphere Park. Nice. I really find that, like, in my opinion, the best concerts are the ones done at, like, the county fair. Every once in a while you'll find someone who's, like, actually legit and not, like, a cover band or a tribute band who just, like, nobody talks about anymore. Like, REO Speedwagon or whatever's coming through. And, like, that's the time to hit it up. Because it's, like, what, $25 to get a concert fair ticket. And the facilities are pretty nice. It's probably a nice little, you know, concert venue. And it's easy to get in and out of. Chillin', how are y'all? We are good, Ant-Man. We are good. We're on our second build of 4. Heck of builds today, yeah. David Bowie led me to 9 Inch Nails. Oh, yeah. Because of, I'm Afraid of Americans, that song, right? Yeah. That one actually kicks ass. Yeah, I've probably listened to his entire discography. I was very obsessed with David Bowie. That's another one that just, like, sucks. Didn't get to see him before he died. Speedwagon, they did a concert for New Year's Eve at downtown, sold out. Ooh, nice. Sometimes ticket, not if Ticketmaster comes in with all their fees, new price will be $125. Yeah, that's a big problem. But I think sometimes the fair can be like a way to kind of get around that. I don't know, I could be wrong. I haven't done that in forever. Also, the county I now live in, the county fair is far from me, and I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Are you still San Bernardino County?
No, dude, I'm in Riverside County.
Oh, Riverside?
I've always been Riverside County. Yeah. Went to a Cure concert for free up in Dallas. I stood out, I had an Atari shirt, and everyone was wearing black. The emo girls kept looking at me. What's up?
What kind of adjective would you say? Like something pink.
Delightful. Flower-like. Delicious. Happy. A better word for happy. Joyful. Radiant.
Right.
There you go. I was like,
No, this is not that big.
okay, not radiant. It's beguiling. That's just a really good adjective. I'm not saying it's great for that, but we don't use beguiling enough. How about the illustrious? Now I'm getting into, yeah, some interesting. The magical, mystical, fantastical. Flirty.
What's a good? What's like not bright but like toned down from bright, but still like wow.
Smart.
That's
Sorry.
that's the, like so mid,
It's
but not mid.
okay. It's gleaming, beaming. Fair. I don't know. I'm running out of words.
Like that's not like a. It's not hot pink. It's like,
Yeah. It's
subtle
like a
pink,
muted.
but it's like,
Yeah.
It's a good word.
It's demure. It's frosted. Frosted strawberry Pop-Tart. Actually, it's more like the cherry one. But, okay, something for, like, bright, or, like, it pops. It's,
I'm gonna ask you, boy.
yeah, you've exhausted my word bank. Had to Google beguiling. Oh, yeah, Val Kilmer died today. Or
Really?
recently, and it was released today. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, rip. I always think of him in the Doors movie. It was a good movie. I went to a Cure concert for free up in Dallas. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Beep. Oh, what's up, Nero? How you doing?
Yeah.
We just did sword fighting drills they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. That's funny. Soccer tickets are $20 for a normal seat for a normal league game at the top club. Dang. Is that because it's soccer? No, I guess in Europe people really care about soccer, so I guess that would make sense. Dang. You can't get like a football ticket to any team for $20. And I mean like American football, yeah. Outshine. Oh, possibly, yeah. Glimmering, gleaming. I don't know, it's hard to come up with a good adjective for something that's pink that isn't just like food based for me, because I look at it and I think of strawberry flavored things. $20 doesn't cover the cost of parking to an NFL game. So true. Yeah, shoot. I grew up in San Diego, so I'd go see the San Diego Padres play. And usually you would park at the convention center, which is where they have Comic-Con every year. It's right across from the stadium. And yeah, that's like $20 to park there. Which was funny, because at the time, actually, you could get into the Padre games for like $10. It's the neat part, you come by train. Oh. I didn't even think about trains. They got enough trains for all those people? Dang. Yeah, it'd be cool if we had a monorail here. $40 for parking at the Spurs? Ooh. Yeah, I think I paid $15 to park to go to the Staples Center. That was annoying. Because it was like, I was paying somebody who just owned a parking lot. And I was like, this is stupid. I was not seeing the Lakers. I was seeing the Sparks. Which is funny, because again, the tickets were like much cheaper than the parking. How come NVIDIA GeForce Now rigs 4080 Supers have 24 gigabytes of RAM? I run DLSS and FrameGen and still have and only use 7 gigabytes of VRAM. They hold out in the public. Yeah, I mean, there's certain games that are VRAM hungry and there's certain things that aren't. But a lot of stuff actually still runs on very little VRAM. Well, on those 140? Are those 140s?
120.
120s. All the stadiums have subway stations right next to them. A small walk for the fans to cool off so no violence happens. Oh, nice. Yeah, we had like, what do we call it? The Sprinter in San Diego that you could take to go down to downtown San Diego. But like when Comic-Con happens, I think it's packed. LA has a train at least. I don't know. There's that part where you're driving on the freeway and there's like a train in between the two freeways and you're like, oh yeah, trains. But yeah. took my niece to the very first WNBA game here, and I almost got into trouble.
Oh.
Dang, you need to take her. Hold on, let me think. You got the Wings down there. You need to take her next season because they're probably gonna draft Paige Beckers, and she's from UConn, and she's insane. I don't think she's Caitlin Clark levels, but she's pretty darn close. Which is good because actually Dallas needs a lot of help. That team. Well, I don't know. They got a Rike Google wall. I don't know why I'm telling you this like you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Stars here, but they moved to Vegas. Oh, yeah. Dang. I'm not gonna lie, they got treated really well in Vegas. Like, they kind of set the pace. I was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows maxed out and barely used any VRAM. Shadows reminds me of Ghost of Tsushima. I'd imagine it would, yeah. Honestly, I'll probably pick that one up in like a year when it's on sale. Because it does look really good, but not really enough time to play right now. But I want to play it. They get in top draft pick next year means they suck this year. That it does, yeah. There's a benefit to being bad. You get the top pick. And it's crazy what's coming out of the college circuit these days. I feel like every like draft class is insane. When I used to go to San Diego, we would stay in Mission Bay and go to the stadium downtown for the Padres. Good times, yeah. I love the Padres. It's tough being in now what is Dodger territory for me. I'm so alone. And it doesn't help that Dodgers were the Padres' rivals, so it's like, ugh. Cloud gaming on Linux runs butter smooth compared to Windows. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, especially with SteamOS and all that, if Linux becomes, like, a really viable gaming OS, if that's your primary thing to do. In Europe, all the clubs have a women's team under the same name. Often also a basketball team and a handball team. Men's and women's in the top flight, all the same name. Interesting. I mean, for a while they were kind of doing, like, similar themes. So, like, I'm trying to think, so, like, the Minnesota Timberwolves and then the Minnesota Lynx is the WNBA team. But now they're kind of just, like, doing whatever. Like, I was really upset. They're going to be adding a Toronto team. Not next year, but the year after that. And I was like, come on, dinosaur name. Like, and no, they decided to go with the Tempo. And I was like, that's the stupidest name I've ever heard. Why couldn't it be, like, the Toronto Triceratops? Like, go, 3 horns, yo, yo, yo. Like, should have been a dinosaur.
Why do California teams have rivalries?
Because San Diego and LA hate each other.
Why though? We're already in the best state in the country.
And we hate each other.
We should get along.
Because San Diego is where a lot of people from LA move to. People move from out of state to LA. They live there for a while, and then they move to San Diego, and then they're like, this is so much better than LA.
I don't see how out-of-staters have... Okay.
That's the thing, man. When my dad moved to LA, he said there's like nobody that I worked with was from California.
Wow.
Except for my mom, obviously, but...
Why can't we just get along?
People move. I don't know what to tell you, Juan. So I saw a front row behind the players' bench. It wasn't too familiar with the girls. I told my daughter, hey, that's a tall ball boy. The person turns around. We call me a ball boy. Oh, it was the players. I felt awful. Rip. So people have a default team to support in a different sport. That's kind of nice. Does Linux get the good NVIDIA drivers? Probably not. I don't know, I've only ever Linuxed with Radeon cards. I liked our team here, but Spurs didn't want the Stars here for some reason. Yeah, and they weren't doing so hot. I could see why the team got traded. But you still got the Dallas Wings in Dallas. Toronto Arctic Blast. I mean, that would also be better. I think anything would be better than Tempo, like, quite literally. I think the Slugs would have been a cool name. Take a page out of Santa Cruz's book. Yeah, I like distro hopping on Linux. Now I'm using the new Cosmic Desktop distro. Nice. Well, we got the Fever. Oh, yeah. Fever's gonna be looking real good this year.
Oh. Talking about teams.
Mm-hmm. That's the one that Caitlin Clark's on.
I thought you said Fever. And
No.
oh, that's good.
Don't forget about San Francisco rivals, too. True. Although I don't really think too much about San Francisco when you are in San Diego, because you're just so far away. But San Francisco's actually getting a WNBA team this year, the Valkyries. Which I was really hoping for, since it's like Golden State Warriors. I was like, come on, Golden State Amazons. Get Amazon to sponsor it, like, money. Come on. $1 million idea. But they went with the Valkyries, which is fine, but opportunity missed. Yeah, some Linux switches are built in video drivers. Yeah. Sometimes I found that, like, with Linux, my best bet was, actually shopping around distros, just trying different ones out, and just seeing how everything ran on it to figure out what worked best for me. Well, the WNBA is better than the NBA because there's also relationship drama. There is definitely. I was like, it's pretty like on the low key, but I don't know. I don't know why, but yeah, there's been a big trend of a lot of people coming from the NBA over to the WNBA, like viewership-wise. Oh, that's cute. Player couple. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are like totally chill. It's kind of funny. I think like the media likes to hype up like, oh yeah, these two hate each other, but like on several occasions they've been like, nah, man, like that's my girl. Like I got no problem. But everyone loves a rivalry, you know what I mean? It's the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson all over again. So I think people are always very eager to recreate that. The Golden State Instacart. Still a better name than the Toronto Tempo. Real talk, the NBA will get better when LeBron gone. Yeah, I think they kind of just gotta, I don't know. Something has to happen in it to get exciting again. There's got to be some new, like, hype player, or the style of play needs to change up in some kind of way.
You should let them fight like hockey.
Imagine getting screened and then just being like, can't find WNBA games on TV. Yeah, they're starting to get a bit more deals, but it's still kind of tough. They still don't get the same kind of, like, exposure. But sometimes it's on, like, ABC or ESPN, stuff like that. Right now, obviously, I mean, season's not on right now. It's March Madness. March Madness, though, oh my gosh, I love how abundant that is, and my NCAA team's doing great. Does Juan build his own PCs too, or does he refuse to take his work home with him?
No, I'll build from time to time. Not too often.
I get that though. Like when I used to work at the comic shop, I would never actually bag and board my own comics because I was so lazy. I did it all day at work. I didn't want to do it at home. First and only WNBA game I've ever seen was an elementary school field trip. Hey, I mean, not a bad field trip. Yeah, I remember seeing, when I was really young, Connecticut Sun game when I was over there visiting. And then, yeah, I don't know, years later I finally got into it. LeBron the GOAT, he got more pull than MJ. Lockouts suck though, they totally do. I don't know, I feel like basketball's all I have left. When my football team left my city, I was like, well, there goes football. I'm not gonna root for the Chargers when they're in LA. Ew. Sign Mike Tyson as your enforcer. We used to have a fighting basketball game, Archie Rivals. Could throw punches on the court. LeBron will be the first player to play with his grandkid. Yay.
I know, right?
Got crazy longevity. It's kind of funny. The GOAT of the WNBA just retired this year, Diana Taurasi, and it's so funny because like the people who played with her 20, 30 years back are like, oh yeah, she's so mean, like just an absolute terror to you, and then like all the new players from like the last 5 or 10 years are like, oh yeah, she's so nice, she's such a really great mentor and all this, and like, she's funny, and it's like, yeah, because y'all got grandma, like
Right.
Diana Taurasi, not like her in her prime when she was like out for blood. It's like, it's so funny. I don't understand why San Diego didn't build a new stadium for the Chargers. I bet they regret it now. Yeah. Honestly, there was so much bad blood there, because for a long time, too, the franchise was basically, like, talking shit on the town. So then, by the time they left, it was like, okay, too much bad blood, too. Like, yeah, fine, screw off, whatever. But, yeah. Teams are born in San Diego, and then they leave San Diego. That is that is our destiny. Can Juan build a dark web theme PC? Probably not.
I can build an all black PC.
It's true.
How many teams have left San Diego?
Okay, so the Clippers, originally San Diego.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
I know, right? Kind of makes more sense than San Diego. The Rockets, the Houston Rockets, originally San Diego. Yeah, I don't think they were called the Rockets back then. Maybe they were, but I mean, space. Anyways, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking. Who else left? It's mostly basketball teams.
Damn, what are y'all doing to him?
I don't know, man. The weather's so good. Like, you really want to leave? Are you kidding me? Like, I got to see Jordan, Birdie, Wing Shaq, David Robinson, Duncan. God, I hated the Utah Jazz. That's funny. Kevin Malone and John Stockton. Nice. My favorite, famous sports people I was around thing was I once went to this skate competition. I didn't compete. I was just there to watch people skate. And Tony Hawk was there, which, I mean, I see him around. He's around. And Bucky Lasek and, a bunch of, the old, skate pros who I remember playing as in Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Dang.
The video game. Were, all there. And I was like, ooh. This is really cool. Weather in San Diego is awesome. It so is. Honestly, growing up there ruined me. Although now that I kind of live in the desert, I go back there and I'm like, it's so humid. How do you do this? Even though it's not humid there at all. I lived there for years. It was not humid. The desert is just very dry. I used to work at a hotel and Shaq had a unique request. Oh my gosh, lay it on me. Tip me $50. What's up, Vedtron? How you doing?
Yo.
By the way, get ready for $90 games. Oof. Yeah, he needs the Alaska King. saw a 4090 gaming laptop on the dark web for 1K. I wonder if you can get scammed on the dark web, because, like, what are you gonna do? Be like, yeah, they're here on the dark web, the FBI. Try the Midwest LMAO. You'll appreciate weather no matter where you came from. True. Does PC Part Picker tell you the exact watts you need for your power supply? It estimates based off of what each of those components advertises that it uses, like, that it max uses. So, if it's giving you something like 600 watts, you don't want to get a 600 watt power supply. You want to go at least 100 watts over that, just to have some headroom for transitory spikes that might be bigger than what the advertised wattage of that CPU can pull. You know what I mean? But you don't have to go, like, way huge over that. For the most part, you'll probably be fine. Thank you. You're very welcome. Check wanted protection if you get my hint. I went to Riverwalk Pharmacy store and brought some for... That is so funny. Well, responsible of him.
What size? I mean, what?
That would be the info I would be very uncomfortable having for the rest of my life after doing that.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
being
joking.
like,
I'm joking. What do you do after that? You just go about your day?
I mean, he gave me $50, so, like, not only am I going about my day, but, like, I'm getting dinner.
$50 to forget.
Yeah. Y'all got tornadoes, no thanks. Yeah, tornadoes are freaking scary. Check where your Bitcoin goes, but it's hard. It was 30 degrees yesterday. It's 85 right now. Gotta love it. Midwest is nothing. I live in North Carolina. The humidity is 90% in the summer and mid-90s temps. Ew. Ah.
Ooh.
That's fair. Humidity doesn't get too bad. You just never know what you're going to get here. LOL. That's true. When I lived in Missouri, sometimes the sky would just open up and dump water to the point where I'm driving and my windshield wipers are going full and I can't see anything. And that was terrifying. I was like, how can this much water fall from the sky in, like, a moment? Would you attend a church mass on the dark web? No. I wouldn't go on the dark web. I'm a good girl. Ugh, yeah, where the water just doesn't evaporate off you. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we could have guessed that that was the size, yeah. We got a hailstorm on Monday here. Oh, dang. Dude, I had hail coming down when I was leaving my house for work this morning, out of nowhere. It was very weird. But I get a lot of wind where I'm at, so that tends to form hail. But you know what? Okay, last time I was in Texas, and I was actually in your kind of area. I was in the hill country. It's what they call it. I don't know.
Hail people.
It was hot. It was like 90 some odd degrees. So everyone's at the pool. And then suddenly one cloud comes into the sky. And it's like a dark cloud. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And suddenly the temperature drops. Like, I can feel it just go like, whoo. That's interesting. Lightning starts happening. Okay. Cool. We start driving. The sky opens up and absolutely dumps a ton of water on us. And then it hails. It was like going between, like, so much water that all you can see are the taillights of the car ahead of you, to hail that's so loud you can't hear yourself think. And I was just like, wow, this is awful. Yeah. Cloudburst. Golf ball sized hail wasn't fun. You experienced oh yeah. Yeah, luckily ours is always very tiny hail. You experienced the dry line. We have a dry line that kicks off storms. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I remember my fiance was talking about how like flash floods were like a thing that they really had to worry about out there. And once I was there, I was like, I see why. I'm gonna sneeze. Whew! Oh
Bless
yeah.
you.
Thank you. It's probably gonna happen again, but it's not there yet. We got NASCAR, that's about it. NASCAR and corn, hey. Been to a lot of states in my life, and San Diego probably is the best weather. The only problem is no seasonal changes. It's always 60 to 70 degrees. That's so true, yeah. Yeah, you never get snow, you never get, leaves changing really. It's just always really nice. And you do take it for granted. Also, you learn to take the beach for granted. Growing up, especially once I was like a teenager, I was like, the beach is so lame. Like, why would I want to go there? And now I'm like, I'm an idiot. I am stupid. That was dumb of me. I would love to go to the beach. I would love perma-spring weather. It's nice, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Never muggy. Nevada doesn't get any twisters or anything of that nature. But, shit you not, I once saw a tornado over Lake Tahoe. Wow, that'd be wild. I'm hoping to go up to Lake Tahoe in the next year or so. I've never been. And I need to see every inch of my state. But also I want to go to Reno. It's almost like that shouldn't be in here.
Almost, right?
I've been to Waterworld. We used to go in the 90s. No. We had a place when I was growing up that we would go called The Wave Water Park. And that was pretty fun. There's also like, was it Raging Rivers or whatever the heck? Raging Waters?
Raging water.
That's like up here that I'm super jealous of. It looked way better than The Wave. 9 months of no rain, and then it drops 20 inches in a day. Oof.
Oof.
Now, I was out at Joshua Tree once when they had a flash flood, and I did not take it seriously because I'd never really been in, like, a flooding zone, whatever. But, yeah, once the storm rolled in and the water came down, I was like, oh, shoot, we really screwed up. We were fine, and luckily we hadn't set up camp yet. But, and actually, being out in the middle of the desert when lightning starts rolling in was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed in my life. But, the Girl Scout in me was counting the, the seconds in between the lightning and the thunder. And when it became less than a mile away, I was like, everybody run to the car. Reno is great. Moved here from LA. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard Reno's really nice. Especially if you got in before it really boomed. 'Cause yeah, I'm sure it's beautiful up there. I was like, I know a lot of people moved to Truckee, and that place got expensive too. But yeah, I gotta spend more time around the Sierras. Other than going to Yosemite. I haven't really, been around there. Oh, how you fix the GPU Gigabyte RTX line, thanks. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, hold on. I see, because it's running into the other one. Let me see what I can delete. Let's get rid of the word Wi-Fi, and then it'll probably fit. Still going a bit. Let's see. We know this is DDR5. And it still hasn't fit. Okay, we don't need RTX. Wow. Okay, I think unfortunately that's the best I can do. Nevada gets dust storms, yeah. Well, we get dust storms out here. Shout out to the desert, they will get there. I drove through a dust storm in Arizona. I hated it. We were going to drive to Vegas in June. You'll probably be fine. They're pretty rare. But yeah, there's places like in the Coachella Valley here in California where they warn, you know, of dust storms. And basically if the dust storm happens, you just have to stop. Because you won't be able to see anything. Like if you're driving, and just wait for it to pass. Why do you keep reading MSI Tomahawk is Tony Hawk? The MSI Tony Hawk. Pro Skater. Dude, did you see they're doing like a reissue of Pro Skater 3 and 4?
They are?
Yeah, for the Switch.
Oh.
And like, I'd be down for it, but I don't care about 3 and 4. I care about Tony Hawk Underground. I care a lot about that game. I would love to play that game again. Where's that remastered? How you guys doing today? We're good, Master Killer. We are good.
Pretty good.
We're on build number 2 of 4, so we are, you know, just getting into the groove of things. Kind of just relaxing. It's kind of a nice thing to do when you know you got a lot of builds. It's like, just let the conversations flow. Because we're going to be here for a while. I work in Truckee. It's about 45 minutes from Reno. Oh, that's not bad at all, man. I just love the name, like Truckee.
Truckee.
It's such a good name. I should name a dog that one day. Like, actually, great name. If I didn't get a poodle, I probably would have named my dog Truck, because I think that that's a fun name for a dog. Question for you, Juan. If you turn the fans on the rad, would not that create more pressure on the system and keep it cooler?
Or are you saying like all exhaust? I think the case would have to be like designed or like coordinated with that in mind. But the way they made this case, I think they were just intending for people to do traditional like side exit intake airflow.
But it really benefits from having more intake, because there's just not a lot. It doesn't get a lot of air from this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, if you can bring cool air over the rad, always a good thing. Gotta pick your kids from school. Catch you guys later. Bye, Scuba!
Yeah.
Truckee gets some gnarly snowstorms. Heck, I mean, isn't that up kind of by Donner Pass? Like, isn't there a whole story about a snowstorm and how bad it can get? Ew. Would you rather always have to wear socks on your hands for the rest of your life, or wear gloves on your feet for the rest of your life? Socks on the hands, definitely.
I'll take the gloves.
Ew. I don't like the idea of toes being like...
Separate?
Yeah. I am going to allow OnlyFans, thank you. That's so funny that it blocks that. Like...
Oh, like two separate words?
Yeah. What's for dinner? That's a great question.
I don't know yet.
I think that I had beef and broccoli in a little rice bowl yesterday that I made, and I have that again for later in the week, which will probably be tomorrow. So I gotta think of like a middle thing to eat. I've got ground turkey for nachos / enchiladas, 2 separate nights, same pound of ground turkey.
Ooh.
I also have a frozen pizza.
Circle dinner.
I didn't get the things for circle dinner. Dude, I'll tell you what though, my cast iron, I cooked bacon in it when I was camping, and ever since then, that thing's been like, let's go. Nothing will stick to me. I am a perfectly seasoned
the
cast
grease?
iron. Yeah.
Does it taste slightly of bacon?
I don't think so, but it probably just... I followed someone's advice and I got 2 cast irons. Same cast iron. One has Dolly Parton on it though, so I know. And one of them is for my savory foods. So like things that you wouldn't mind tasting a little bit like garlic or onion or whatever, you know, because it's like foods that are savory. And one for my sweet foods.
Which one's the dolly?
Dolly is for the sweet foods.
Oh, she's a sweet.
She makes the cobbler, yeah. Imagine eating though. Ooh, I do often. Imagine eating.
I'm trying not to so much these days.
Do you guys play the lottery? No.
Nah.
My dad really nailed it into my brain, the idea that, like, you know, It's just a waste of money.
I don't knock people for dreaming, but I'll spend
I'll
that
still
money
watch
somewhere
My
else.
Lottery Dream Home though, like crazy. Yeah. Dietary Mexican food in Vegas. I know they have a Chinatown. Also, Pinkerella opening up store in Vegas and Chinatown May 1st. Ooh. I don't know. I don't think I've actually had Mexican food in Vegas. They have the really big Buca de Bepos. I don't know though. Like when you're in a big city like Vegas that has a bunch of world travelers and all that, all the food is good. But yeah, you're probably not gonna get like a really nice greasy burger, really nice greasy burrito. What you need is you need to hop over the border to California and find a place that can get you a good California burrito before you head back to Texas. You need that in your life. French fries for life. Mates, have a good evening. Catch you next time. See ya!
Yeah.
$5 for a chance to win millions. Yeah, but if I do $5 for the rest of my life and I never win, then I just lost a bunch of money. But yeah, I think it's also because I had a grandpa who always played it, and like when he died, it was like, dang, yeah, no, that's never gonna pay.
Put it in an index fund.
No Mexican rice? Nah, the California burrito is a perfect creation. It's carne asada, French fries, guacamole, and then like, cheese, whatever. Sometimes they like, you kind of add stuff to it, but that's generally the makeup of it, and it's very good. Ugh. The place that I used to get like my favorite California burrito at, it's just like a place I never go to now. Because it's like far away, and I'm like, man, I gotta figure out an excuse to go down there just to be like, hey, my favorite burrito, how are you? I do like Baja Mexican food. We do it well here. Especially all of our mariscos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another play was over 1 million. Nice. Dang, now I want a burrito. I mean, I guess I just make nachos tonight. That wouldn't be bad. Oh, once got one number right. LOL. That's the first step. That being said, in Mario Party 4, the casino themed map is my favorite. It's all the gambling that you get to do. It's fun. I tried to use some form of math to play the lottery, but they stopped showing the live drawing. Yeah, sometimes I think it's best to just do the just give me the numbers, We do it for you. Man, why aren't they gonna ever remaster Tomahawk Underground? the one with the plot. They were like, no, that one doesn't need a remake. I got a better chance of having a date with a Victoria's Secrets model than winning the lottery. That is true. Also, from my experience with models, their bar is surprisingly low. Sometimes I'm like, wait, really? You want to go out with him? Huh. What if you prank someone with a fake lottery ticket thinking they won? Oh, that would be so mean, though.
I know.
For a brief moment, all of their cares would go, like, away, because money fixes everything.
But if they quit their job?
Well, I mean, I think you tell them, like, pretty immediate. I don't think you, like, let them go a week being like, all right, I've set up all these major purchases. If you could earn $1,000 for each pound of flesh/bone you remove, what would you remove?
Gut.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the love handles. Mm-hmm,
Yep.
For 500, thank you. And let's see, for pounds. I don't know. Like, at some point, it's like, basically anything I could, just like get the money and leave.
I'm carrying an easy 20K right here.
Like, I don't think I'd take, like, a whole leg or anything, but, like, I don't know, it depends on how much I need the money. I don't need all this cake for real. Take a lobotomy. I'm ready to connect into the Matrix. Yeah, it depends on what day you ask me. I'll give that answer. Wednesday already. Shoot. Maybe just because, like, I got my Thursdays already booked at work. Friday's booked at work that I'm like, oh, so much week still to do.
Right.
I mean, that poor dude trapped in the Matrix, turns out he works at a gas station. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, really shitty parts of the Matrix. If you think about that, like, if this is the Matrix, then it's like, dang, somebody's plugged in and, like, they're literally, like, living in a gutter. Like, phew. Just being a battery. how do you explain wealth inequality in the Matrix? Like, they kind of...
Kind of defeats it. Yeah.
Like, and just for some reason we've decided for these people to suffer. Woo!
How do you explain it in World of Warcraft?
They're at war.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It's complete.
Very nice. Alright. This PC is done. It is going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need out of the box. It's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers. You're good to go. We are also going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, NeoGeo, and thank you for joining us. Lovely,
Thank
lovely,
you.
lovely.
Cool.
For joining us. I meant ordering from us, but also, like, join us. You're now in the fold. Yeah. Lovely PC. Alright. We're going to Micheal with the King 95. Matrix Part 2 had so many car wrecks, people getting unplugged. I wonder... yeah. Yeah, I actually never saw the other Matrix movies. Mainly because I heard that they sucked. I think that that's just like the nature, though, of anything that waits several decades to do a sequel. Yeah, if we're in a Matrix, I'd only be shitty because why ain't I rich? Yeah. The fourth movie was garbage, the original trilogy was phenomenal. Yeah, I should probably give the other, like, ones a try. Thanks, Skytech. You are very welcome. They didn't suck, they just didn't live up to the original, but still decent movies. Okay, good to know. My sister was a really big fan, so I took her opinion. But she's not, I don't know. She doesn't necessarily have the best takes. Matrix 3 wasn't so bad, but Part 2 ruined it for some. Well, it's about time for me to mosey on and get a fruit roll up. I'll be back. I'm thinking about trying to grow some strawberries in little hanging baskets.
Ooh.
Right, just a few.
How about grapes?
Nah.
No?
I don't know why, I have no interest in growing grapes. I kind of stopped eating grapes, actually. Like, I used to eat them when I was younger, but, like, now when I go to the store, I get other things. It's very weird.
Oh.
Anyone who hates on the original trilogy are just a bunch of agents, for real. That's funny. always say I don't have an addictive personality, but like me around fruit snacks, can't stop it. Woohoo! Best candy for real. Actually, though, I was watching on History Channel the Food That Built America, and they did one on fruit roll-ups. And it was basically this other guy who totally came up with the process and made like those like kind of fruit leathers that you get at the grocery store in like the produce section. And then General Mills got like their hands on it and was like, we could make this better with more sugar. And like basically stole the guy's idea. He did like an interview talking about like how he makes it, and they just like ripped him off. It was really sad, actually. Peanut butter gives me heartburn real bad, but I suffer occasionally for Reese's. Reese's are good. Is that Saratoga water back there? Yeah. We got it for a bit. Minecraft movie 53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yikes.
I mean, seems to be doing better than the Emoji movie, so.
It's a high bar to clear.
I already know morning routine go crazy.
You locking in, bro?
I don't know, I always found those kinds of like morning routine videos kind of cringe, like, or like day in the life of.
Yeah.
Because it always kind of seems a little bit like gloaty, or you know, or like look at me, wake up so early, or like look at me drinking so much coffee or whatever.
The dudes always want to come off like freaking Patrick Bateman.
If you did a day, like my typical day, you wouldn't walk away being like, wow, I'm impressed. You'd just
I
be
know.
Like, this
You
just-
live like this?
Yeah.
Yes. Somehow.
Yeah, me in the garden when it's dark because the sun hasn't come up yet. Just. Look at me waking up with perfect eyeliner and foundation makeup. Yeah. Reese's with marshmallow would be awesome. Ooh. Yeah, I think I've tried that, have they? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah. New PC build? Yep. This one is for Michael. between a Bic and a Hippo? I don't know. One speed running those builds.
Taking my time a little bit.
One's pretty heavy, the other's a little lighter. That is true.
What
Oh,
was the joke?
the difference between a Hippo and a Bic? Have you seen those like really little Bic lighters? They're cute.
Really little?
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
like
know if I
little.
have.
Mini. Little. L-I-D-L. Ugh. Man, I started this week on not great sleep, I won't lie.
Would you get 98%?
Yeah, actually I still scored really well that
Oh
night,
my
but I
God.
went to bed late. I wasn't asleep till like 11 o'clock, man.
Dude, I kept waking up. I don't know what made me more sensitive, but like I would hear for like 2 days in a row when everybody else would get up to go to work,
Hmm.
and it was not. I was not happy.
I think it would take both of you to change a light bulb? Probably. I get distracted easily. And someone's got to hold the chair, you know? Like, yeah, bundle. Did anybody end up playing Inzoi this weekend? I was reading a lot about it, but I know reviews were kind of mixed.
What's it about?
It's like a Sims competitor,
Mm.
but with like better graphics. probably see Minecraft. Yeah, I was like, probably not the worst thing one could see. It'd probably have some really funny moments. It just might not be, you know, the greatest movie on earth. Fair. A lot of things aren't. A lot of things aren't that are still pretty good. Remember the game was very buggy, falling through the world, game random crash, not enough content. Yeah. I'm not surprised. That would have been my guess for like how that would go. Cause I'll give The Sims this. That game is built out. They got a lot of little nuances, a lot of details, a lot of things in that. And that's even before like, the expansion packs. But glitchiness is just kind of what I would expect from any game that had that kind of graphics. Which is like a weird thing to like assume, but like, I don't know, it gives like indie studio some novice notes about that. All these new AAA games need a couple of content patches to be stable. Yeah, that's kind of what I've noticed. And I think part of that is just kind of pushing games to get out as soon as they can. I mean, because for a lot of them, it's been a long wait, so... It's like, push it out, fix the bugs as they show up. I like to think about the first person to see a cow and go milk it. Kind of wild, low-key. And then drink it, nah. I mean, we probably kind of knew what that was all about. It's not like humans are very different anatomically.
Same genre.
Yeah. Probably made a lot of sense at the time.
I can't do this.
Fortnite ruined gaming. I mean, in a way, kind of. Like, with the free-to-play and then, like, Battle Pass formula, yeah, gaming is forever changed. That being said, I do kind of wonder, like, because getting my parents to spend money at all on video games growing up was very difficult. If it's kind of nice these days that maybe a kid could play Fortnite with their friends, even if their parent doesn't let them spend any money on it. Kind of a nice idea. Greatest game of all time? Ooh, that's tough.
Minecraft.
I don't know, man. I still think something like Ocarina of Time. The story, the gameplay, the time travel aspect. The soundtrack, Final Fantasy Tactics, not a bad option actually. Dang, that was a fun one. question. If you could go into any video game, but you could not go back, like you had to live there, where are you going?
Minecraft.
What video game world? You're going to Minecraft? You're going to a survival game?
No. I'm going to.
You're gonna be mining all day, dude.
Yeah, I didn't think about I'm going to Forza.
You know, not a bad option, because those
Right?
cars be crashing all the time, but nobody ever gets hurt.
Boom. Press Y to reset or whatever
Yeah.
button.
Yeah, 950X 3D looks thick. I mean, it's there, yeah.
Where are you going?
I don't know, that's... Oh, Pokemon.
It's just this, but with more animals.
Dude, if my career choice could have been, I'm 10 years old, I am gonna go into the woods to catch and battle Pokemon. Yeah, I would have liked that option. Like, okay, I could go get a job, or can catch and battle Pokemon, or show them, or whatever, breed them. Or like I could go and be a plumber. I'll catch Pokemon, thank you. I just like fun little monsters, what can I say? Plumber is probably safer, true. Pokemon is animal cruelty. Okay, PETA. Hello, anarchist healing. How are you?
Yo.
Pokemon are cool and adorable. Exactly. Like it's just like having a bunch of pets, but they go inside a little orb later and they don't poop, seemingly. Like, hello, perfect world.
Yo, could you imagine the food in the Pokemon world? The tacos that we could make out of these things?
Out of like a mill tank? Oh, horrible. You could still be a plumber and be a Pokemon trainer. That is true. There's a lot of people with careers in that game who are also like ready to fight you for some reason. Like the electricians who are just like, I'm working. Voltorb, go! And you're like, buddy, aren't you on the clock? Like, I need to upgrade my PC. Would y'all recommend upgrading piece by piece or just save for a whole new PC? Depends. Depends on what your current specs are. If your PC, like if you're running like an 8th gen Intel and that whole platform, I would say save it for a whole new PC. But if you're running something that isn't like super out of date, you could definitely go piece by piece. I would eat Pikachu nuggies. I probably would actually, yeah. Kelsey, I love you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, made in Taiwan. And a Blastoise would help you as a... Yeah, there's not a lot of Squirtles around, though, so, like, how do you raise up a Blastoise? I feel like you would have to get, like, a Goldeen instead. Still PC-less, oh, Rip, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, it's plumbing Mario. You get to get isekai'd in another world. True. True. I'm trying to think what other video game worlds would be just, like, dope to be in. Are all the rock Pokemon edible? That's a great question, because they would have to have some kind of, like, circulatory system. Biology says that for something to be alive, it's got to breathe. It's got to move and stay loose. It's got to breed. It's got to reproduce. It's got to respond to stimuli. It's got to something, or it will die. And it has to excrete. I had a little CD-ROM as a kid, this thing called Virtual Reality, and it was teaching you about science, basically. It was like one of those click-around kind of things, and he had a little song about biology and all the things that, like, you know, classify life. And I always remember that song. Oh, it was a bop. Nobody ever talks about the lost songs from random CD-ROM games for children. Like, Jumpstart had a bunch of cool ones. I have an 8th gen Intel at work right now. I will get a newer 11th gen Intel laptop. Not bad. Still sitting at the shop. I will not name. Waiting on FedEx to approve the dang claim. What's up, peeps? How you doing, Killer Cam? Welcome in.
Yep.
But would you eat lot bunny nuggets, though? Probably, yeah. It's got to subscribe to the I don't know. I'm the kind of person though who'll be like, what kind of jerky is this? Kangaroo? Alright.
As long as it's good.
I had a reindeer hot dog on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to. It ran over Grandma.
I thought you were reading a comment.
Oh, no. I ate the
You were just
reindeer
ripping.
dog. $5800X and a 6700 XT paperweight. Hey, I'm still using my 6750 XT, and it's been great. Gotta go make dinner now. Later. See you, Gil.
See it.
If I was a Pokemon trainer, a male Gardevoir would be my go-to. No. Oh, what is that one called? Gallade or whatever? Or am I thinking of the candle? I used to, like, say I was very confident that I knew every single Pokemon's name, but I did not play all the way through the last game, and ever since then I'm, like, shaky. Yeah, Gallade. With the arms. Yeah, me and my friends always would do, like, what kind of gym leader, like, what type gym leader would you be? And then you had to create that team in the Pokemon game that we were playing at the time, basically, so that we could, like, compete. But mine was always flying types.
There's really not a lot of other video game worlds that seem enticing.
Yeah, that are like, this is fun. Viva Pinata. That you would want to live in. I don't know, man. The Sims, you have a lot of upward mobility there.
Isn't that just this?
Yeah, but the houses are more affordable and the jobs pay better.
Fake world?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let me think. Other games. Sonic the Hedgehog. Just to be like, is that a hedgehog? And that's it. That's your only.
Damn.
You guys working hard or barely working? Well, I'm barely working. Juan's working hard. Yeah, when the chat slows down, I'm like, oh man, I don't really do much, do I? I'm the emotional support. And someone really likes that horn. That's my Animal Crossing talking impression.
Ooh, Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, not a bad idea. Because you just don't even have a job in that one. You're just digging.
You just collect.
Or fishing.
fruits.
Yeah. Gardening. Yeah, yeah. And all your neighbors are animals and clothes. That's kind of cute.
Could you still eat meat in that world?
You don't eat
Other
in that
than
world.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. One needs you to supervise him, it's true. Okay, Harvest Moon. You live in a tiny town of like 15 people, and for some reason they're chill. With you just like coming into town, and you just farm, and there's always at least 3 candidates to marry, if not more. And it's always, for some reason, there's always a coastline.
Not bad.
Yeah. Is running COD and OBS as administrator every time okay? I just asked to make changes every time you do it. I know I can change it to automatically run it as admin. Yeah, it's fine. Should be a problem. OBS wants COD ran as admin, but I don't do both stream. It's a little slow. Interesting. That's very odd. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't really know. I don't know if I'm excited as others at Vertex coming back more, so. Just picked up some liquor. Grabbed internet, they put fiber lines down in this area. It'll be a month before I get hooked up. Oh yay. That's always a pain. When I moved, they hadn't brought Frontier to me yet, and I really wanted Frontier, so I got set up on the, competitor. And now Frontier will not stop banging on my door being like, "Don't you want Frontier?" And I'm like, "You had your chance. You're too late."
It hurts to see people live out your dream.
Having Frontier?
Yeah, dude, I'm probably in like some monopoly area.
No.
Oh, there's a Spectrum and AT&T.
I'm sorry. Verdansk was the OG Warzone experience in 2019. Huh. Oh yeah, I think I was reading about that. What's up, Killer B? How you doing?
Yo.
How you been? Heard that Ryzen's still blowing up. Yeah, I've heard about that too. I don't know. I haven't seen anything on my end yet, but yeah, I got my ear to the ground. Well, Frontier's being taken over by Ziply Fiber, as I know. They went bankrupt, really?
Oh. Oh, I'm never getting them now.
It's like, that's wild, because it really seems like they're just like expanding like crazy.
Right.
But yeah, they probably got bought out. Maybe that'll make a big difference. It doesn't make sense. We've had DSL 3 Mbps since 2000s. Only a mile out of town. I can see fiber coaxial, but they wouldn't run it in this area until 4 new houses got put here. First house right on top of me. Spectrum that came in and put fiber. They are new to this area. They're running all over here in the country. Yeah. Just like some areas only have Spectrum. What's crazy is my previous apartment actually had like, I don't know, some kind of agreement with AT&T at the time to like only do AT&T in that apartment complex, and I was like, what? That sounds really weird. Why don't people like turning 18? Yeah. I don't know, I think maybe it's the realization that you're no longer a kid, and that's like, it's kind of scary for people. Because like, it means like the end of being taken care of, and like you kind of got to take care of yourself. I don't know, I didn't really feel anything at like 18. 20 was the one that hit me really hard, where I was just like, whoa, my life is going by pretty fast, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I felt really strange. And like, started to get nostalgic for like childhood at that time too, which is weird. And reflective on my life.
At 20?
Yeah. I'm very cerebral. Bills taken care of, your own appointments, chores, food, clothing, yeah. And in America, you can get a cigarette. Well, that's about it. You can vote.
It's actually 21 in California.
Wait, really?
For smoking, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well, when I turned 18, it was 18.
it changed, and some of my friends became. It was kind of funny.
I hope it's good. Starlink is $120. I'm getting 1 gig from Spectrum for $70, but the price will go up in 1 year, $15.
Yo, same.
So it'll be expensive sooner than later. Yeah.
Damn, 15? Mine goes up 30.
Dude, I don't know. If Spectrum tries to up mine, I'm gonna play them both. I'm gonna go to Frontier and be like, what can you give me? And then I'm gonna go back to Spectrum being like, I'm leaving for Frontier unless, and then yeah.
Yeah, I might do that to AT&T.
I don't know. The lady at the Spectrum store in my town was pretty cool, because she's like, okay, I can only give you introductory rates, but come back to me in like a week and I can get you like retention rates. Like,
Ooh.
yeah. So she was dope. Basically just like, yeah, I'll get you a good, like, you know, price, but
I think I might have already done that gambit, so I might have already ran out of retention rates.
That's 21 nationwide. Oh, dang, nationwide too.
Oh, now it's nation. Oh,
Literally, the law changed 2 weeks after I turned 18. Dang. Well, I hope you bought enough from
I know, I
it.
hope you lived it up those 2 weeks. Some Cubans.
But yeah, otherwise, like, 18 isn't really that different, other than the fact that you are just a legal adult, at least in the U.S. But if you can't get anything started as a lifesaver, you can hit 300 Mbps in some areas. Nice. Need a good clear view, no obstruction, and it works great. I just had older friends, LMA. My parents will kick me out of the house. Appointments ain't that bad. I do chores and I can make food, and I have no need for any more clothes since they all fit me. That's actually a really good outlook to have. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I don't know. Getting older is very interesting. Growing, especially, it's very interesting. In some ways you change so much, but like in other ways, like you don't. You're like still kind of that child. For example, last night I spent $80 on a Digimon thing, on literally like a freaking toy. Because I was like, I'm not missing out on this. This is like one that I wanted as a kid a lot, and they're doing like a reissue, and I was like, yes.
Dang.
Hello, adult money. Go to childhood want.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, and also just a weird feeling. But I don't know, in some ways it's kind of reassuring to be like, yeah, there's still some things from childhood that like you hold on to. That you still like, because it makes you just kind of feel like you're kind of consistent. And I turned 18 yesterday. Oh, well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to put into words, to be honest. And some people are really lucky enough to have parents that helped them quite a bit during the transition. I was a dummy and had my child at 19, so I had to grow up real fast.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. Yeah, I also, like, I mean, I wasn't like, you know, immediately 18 out of the house and all that, but I started, what?
I don't know where that was going. You said I also. I was like, you also what?
No.
Child?
No, but, like, I did get a couple of years, luckily, to kind of, you know, smooth the transition into adulthood, but, you know, stuff happened to me a little bit later on that kind of forced me to grow up pretty fast, and, like, you know, I was on my own quicker than, a lot of my peers and my siblings, and now I'm, like, very far ahead of them in life, and it's very weird, because, like, in a way, I'm, like, really proud of where I'm at, but, like, I also kind of resent, like, the stuff that kind of had to happen to get me here. It was very weird.
Pressure makes diamonds, baby.
It really does, dude, and I'm glistening.
Nice.
Yeah. She's hiding a kid from us this whole time.
I
No,
know,
no
right?
secret kids. But yeah, sometimes my maturity scares even me.
You guys grease the table?
No?
Handy? Yeah? Look at him smiling. Nice. Good job, producer.
Wait, is it fixed?
Oh, it wasn't you either? No, yeah, there's no
Yeah.
squeaks.
Maybe it's just because it was. Maybe
What
it's just
the-
because it was cold.
Yeah, maybe, huh?
Nothing wrong with buying yourself a new toy. That's what I'm saying. If I did it every time a collectible came out, I'd be in trouble. But I was like, you know what? This is for me. I said $1,000 PC. The next thing I know, I spent like $2,500 with Skytech. Sorry. Yeah, I don't blame anyone else but me. Also, at this point, I wouldn't have changed anything I did. That little girl's my whole world. Yeah. I mean, you can't change the past. And so sometimes it's just like, you know, you just gotta appreciate where it's taking you. Especially if it's taking you to a good place in the long run. And yeah, sometimes I envy the people who had children young because it's like, oh man, waiting to have them until you're ready, and then you realize that you're basically never ready, and it's like almost harder to figure out when you have them when you're older.
So what kind of cats?
I'm thinking Siamese next.
Nice, nice. What about the other 5?
I'm like 4K into it now, but it's sick. I love my game room. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I tried joining the military 2 different times where I had my kid, but each time something happened that prevented me from joining. Within 3 months, now she's pregnant. Dang. I mean, I don't believe in fate, but that's kind of crazy.
Dang, dude. Think of the sick-ass Camaro you would have had right now. At like probably 21% though, so
Yeah.
maybe not.
That's so interesting, actually, Anthony, because, like, I had something similar. I was also looking at joining the military at one point in my life, and, like, I don't know, it was, like, I ended up taking a class at the same time that took me in a completely different direction, like, in life. And yeah, it does feel like kind of weird that like, suddenly it was like, path showed up. Hellcat would be booming right now.
Hellcat, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, life is a funny way of leading you to where you should be, I guess. So true, yeah.
I guess I should be at work.
Yeah. Look at that. Number 1,570 out of 2024.
1370. Alright, folks. This build is donezo. It is completo. It is finito.
Nice! Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous PC. Alright, this PC is done. You're just gonna go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers it needs out of the box. It's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We're also going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, Michael, and thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you, thank you.
Lovely PC. Just lovely. I can spend about 4K on the PC alone, lol. You can do that these days pretty easily, too. Posted a video in Discord of that storm I was talking about earlier. Cool, I'll check that out. See if I can make this fit better. Fit better. Let's say we already know it's DDR5, yeah. Okay, slightly better. Alright, Adrian, you are up. This is your build.
Last but not least.
The first about 1 minute and a half is how calm it was before it hit, and it lasted all of about 10 minutes total. Dang. There you are, Adrian. Hello. Yes, let's go indeed. We got this. Alright, yeah, and this is our fourth and final build of the stream. What? Wednesday is almost over. Keep this trash in my pocket so I know to keep it. I used to have that problem when I was a kid. I would get like a Starburst, and like, you know how you have to unwrap every single one of them? I would put the wrappers in my pocket so that I could take them to the trash, but then I'd always forget when I went to the trash, so I just had candy wrappers in my pocket all the time.
You never made bracelets out of the wrappers? Starburst wrappers?
No.
Damn, dude.
Do I look like I have that kind of like skill? No. I tried to make a flower crown out of like clover flowers once, and that was too hard even. I was like, That's my big brother. Oh, nice! It's a family affair on YouTube today. Man, my sister never watches my streams.
Yeah, mine neither, but I'm okay with it.
Sounds like you have a problem with your sister. Yeah, I can say that. He hates me though. It's natural for siblings, I think so. Oh yeah, heatsink. I hate my brother sometimes as well. Yeah, no, it was like a war zone. We were growing up together, but then you become adults and the relationship improves a lot after that, as long as you don't live with each other. Then suddenly you're like, why did I dislike you? But if you ever have to live with each other again, you're like, I remember.
I was kind of sad when my brother moved out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's too dumb. Yeah. That's funny. My sister, my brother, and my dad are all living together now in the same house, and I am way over here instead. It works well. Doesn't actually pay for most of my first PC. LOL. Goated Big Brother. Nice. That's a big,
Nice W, brother.
big brother W. You should go visit them for like 3 days as a reminder why you hate your sister and brother and be happy you're leaving. Yeah, I don't even think it'd have to be 3 days before I was like, oh yeah. They're all living in the house I grew up in, so it's like, this is familiar and horrible. That's why we get along now, because we don't live together anymore. Yep, that's really the secret. Especially if you had to share a room. Oh my gosh. My sister would do this thing where, like, she would apply a rule, but it only, like, the reverse of that was, like, not applicable. So like she had to stay up and study, so the light had to stay on. But I had to stay up and study, well, she has to sleep, so the light needs to be off. And this just does not fly. I can handle rules. I got no problem with that, but it needs to be applied equally or I lose my shit. My sister loved to do the like, yeah, it's this way when I do it, but not when you do it, and it's like... Although now when I think about it, my sister she'll play video games and be like, you gotta play this video game, I love it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I don't. And I tell her, I play this video game, you gotta play it, you're gonna love it. And she goes, okay, and then she doesn't. And that's kind of the extent of our relationship. We're always into different things, and we don't want to look into the other's, like, interest.
Did you finish the Fallout show?
No. A great example.
Yeah, great show.
I mean, I got pretty far, but yeah, I don't know. The most annoying thing though was because I've been trying to get her to play Mass Effect for like years, and she doesn't play BioWare, and I don't play Bethesda as much, you know. So like we have that thing. But then she was like dating this guy who apparently really loved Mass Effect, and she's like, I think I'm gonna play Mass Effect, and I was like, okay. But then she didn't. I think they broke up. Like. No pineapple pizza today? Nah.
Nah,
I'm
it's
all
Wednesday.
full on goldfish crackers. Man, that was spicy pineapple pizza. That really is like the secret most dank pizza.
Should I cash in my free lunch from Charles
Today.
for Friday?
Oh, for Friday? Well, I don't know. Let me know though beforehand.
I don't know. I feel weird. I feel like he's been through a lot. And
Yeah.
then I'll be like, hey man,
He also
remember you promised me?
brought a lot of food.
Huh?
He also brought a lot of food to our secret stash.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. That's where I got the fruit roll-ups.
Maybe not this week.
How
When
dare
is
you
it
don't like
appropriate?
this?
He was the one that was adamant, like, yeah, dude, like, let me know if you want me to.
I mean, I think it's appropriate at any time to bring it up. I just think it's funny that you're like nervous too.
Yeah, he, like, was gone for a long time. You know, dealing with real life.
I love Bethesda. They make Doom. They yeah. How dare you don't like Bethesda? It's not that I don't like Bethesda. It's just I don't know. It's not like everything BioWare comes out with, I'll play. I don't have that relationship to Bethesda. I did enjoy Skyrim. I'll probably play the next Elder Scrolls when it comes out in the year 2039.
Skyrim 2.
Skyrim 2, Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, other than that, not the biggest Bethesda fan. No, just the way that characters move, things work. I drive people nuts when I tell them how much I love Fallout and hate Elder Scrolls and Skyrim. I can see that though, because there's a ton of people who love Mass Effect but hate Dragon Age, or vice versa. In fairness on Doom, Doom is still done by ID Software, which was bought by Bethesda. So at the end, ID still gets to do Doom how they want. True.
Do Doom.
Draft up bad though. After 76, they should have made Starfield multiplayer. Yeah, Starfield had some valid criticisms. We'll say that.
I want my $70 back.
Dang. Yeah, see, why are we so mad about Mario Kart, man? I guarantee you Mario Kart's not gonna be buggy. Geez, 2039, you got some high hopes on release dates. Yeah. That's so funny. The Italians are happy today. Yeah, no pineapple will be put on pizza. Pineapple and chicken are the best pizza toppings. Yeah. So y'all are Delulu. Pineapple's a sweet fruit. I don't see what y'all like it on pizza. You gotta have it with like ham or bacon, or chicken actually. Yeah, pineapple, and then I'm telling you, red pepper flakes. Drizzle some like Frank's Red Hot over it. Fire. Man, 2039 for the next Elder Scrolls would be insane. I don't know, even Skyrim, like, I enjoyed it, but I actually didn't complete it, and I didn't get super far into it. I literally got married, had my little home, and then I was like, this is a great life. I won the game. It was very weird to just be like, suddenly I'm not as interested in it after I married the one that I wanted to in here, huh?
I won the game. Dang, 2030 is only 4.5 years away.
Ouch. Ow. Ah.
Okay, 4 2/4 if you want to be 2/3 with 2/4.
Man, oof. Starfield is great, it really is, but it gets boring without friends, especially since there are a lot of speculations that Starfield and Fallout 76 are the same universe, as they talk about sky missions and living in the sky in 76, and one of the colonies in Starfield has a vault space shit and very Earth Fallout feel. Huh. Well, that is interesting. Played Skyrim once, only because it was all I could get my hands on, and I lasted a few hours, so I was annoyed and bored. Reminding me it'll be 45 then, jeez, yeah. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, actually the first time I tried to play Skyrim, because everyone was hyping it up, and I was like, oh, I gotta play this game. It was the first, like, open world game I'd played, and I think it gave me the most freedom a game had ever given me, since maybe, like, Fable, you know? So what I did with that was I just started breaking into houses and, like, killing people and taking their stuff. And I didn't even go to the first little village. I just was like, I can go anywhere. Stealing horses and all that, and then I got bored. Because, you know, following the story actually kind of helps. And then later, you know, when I matured, I went back. I think it was Fallout 3 or 4 has references to 76 as well. It's crazy how they intertwine so much. I love it when, like, I love when games do that, though, because it's like, ooh, the lore. I'm still waiting for, like, positive proof that, like, the Red Dead world and the GTA world are the same world. Like, come on. The only thing is that I'm pretty sure it's just California and GTA, the state. Oh, wait, no. Or is the state San Andreas?
No, San Andreas is San Francisco.
No.
Wait.
Los Santos is Los Angeles.
Yes.
San Andreas, I think, is technically the state.
Maybe?
But in Red Dead Redemption, I'm pretty sure, just based on all of my geography knowledge, West Elizabeth is California.
Oh.
Hold on. What state is GTA 5 in? Now, based off of... Yeah, the U.S. state of San Andreas.
Okay.
And the city of Los Santos. I know my shit. Mm-hmm. I know so much about California, I even know fictional California things. And the flag is like the beaver on it. Yeah, this, San Andreas Republic.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's great.
What the heck is San Francisco? Oh, it's San Fierro. Never mind.
Is it? Do they go there in that game?
In San Andreas, they do.
Oh. Oh yeah, and then like Las Vegas is also in there. What is that one?
Las Ventura? No.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'll have to look into it, yeah.
A long time ago for me.
What a great game.
Yeah.
The only child I like is the child I adopted on Skyrim. Fair. In just 3 months, we will be closer to 2050 than we are to 2020. Ah! Have you played any of the Rage games? Yeah, what are Rage games? Bethesda games, hard to
Just
explain, but the games are incredible. It's the same timeline with how they write stuff. I think I got Rage 3 free on Epic Games, downloaded it, played like 2 hours. It was Rage 2, huh? I've never heard of any of these games. So the answer to the same timeline is a yes or a no. A yes and a no. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, when it comes to GTA, all I care about is San Andreas. Don't at me with that Liberty City shit. I see a lot of funny repo clips all over Instagram. Oh yeah? Was that the game you're talking about earlier?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get it.
Everyone tell Adrian to donate his old PC to his younger brother. Yeah. Not a bad idea. I swear I like to like 3 or 4 clips of my whole page turned to repo. Dude, that is my biggest complaint with YouTube. I'll watch like one video about like cutting grass and then suddenly my entire feed is just grass. And it's like,
Your ass is grass.
gotta watch so many more things before I stop getting grass videos. It's funny though, it actually like disincentivizes me to like go and like watch things on YouTube because I'm like, I don't want to watch too much of something because then my timeline's gonna become completely that for, you know, my page. Yeah, there's Rage 1 and 2. Let me Google this. I'm not thinking of it. Nothing's coming to mind. Oh, okay. I am familiar with this game. I mean, I've seen it. I've never, like, played it. Wow. $10400F? Oh, okay. Not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, getting dated. Radeon RX 580. Okay, dated. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still puts out a fair amount of, like, you know, gameplay, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's starting to show its age. I can run Rivals on lowest settings. Hey, all that matters is that you can run it. Got me to diamond, so I'll take it. Oh, dang. That's actually really impressive, because, like, you know, I mean, high-level players, they're playing with, like, insane frames per second. Because, you know, if you're good and you're skilled, that will give you an advantage. So, yeah. Not too shabby. I would prefer it to be prettier, though. Totally understand that, yeah. One day, the land of 1440. It's a beautiful world. Sweet, so I can blame me being hard stuck diamond on my PC. Definitely not a skill issue. Definitely not. Totally the PC.
Dude, did you hear Elon Musk was stuck in copper for Overwatch when he was playing that like years ago? As a damn, why did I bring this up? I didn't even remember the details.
I feel like in most games you can get to gold pretty easily, even if you're not that good. And then at that point you'll get hard stuck if you're actually just not good.
What was Torbjorn?
Oh yeah, Torbjorn, yeah. Torbjorn.
Apparently that's like, you gotta be extra bad to only be bronze.
Depends on when you're playing Torb, but yeah.
When he had auto aim, I guess.
never played ranked Overwatch because I'm afraid of people. So I don't want to get on like the headset and then be like cursed out. Like, you know, it's just a Saturday for me. like I'm not trying to take things that serious. Like, but I would be curious to see how far out the ranks I could climb. Big ups for the 9950X 3D rig. I'm trying on one right now. Nice! Very nice. Yeah, it's the popular chip right now. The bronze toad main that wanted to get carried by his twin kids. I don't know, man. Maybe this is like weird for me to think, but I feel like if you're the parent and you're gaming with your kids, you're the carry. You know what I mean?
Right.
You've had more gaming experience. Like, if I ever have kids, 100% it's gonna be okay, give the controller to mom. Like, I'll get you through this boss battle this once.
Or the dad that raised on his son on COD and started hooking up GoldenEye.
Like, I already gotta coach my fiance through Pokemon. Like, what is Beedrill weak to? If you want to be able to play 1440p and medium to high, then you can get like a Ryzen 5600 and a 7700 XT. True. Yeah, I think 5600 is what I was looking at. I literally don't know crap about PC hardware though. Adrian and our little brother kind of just tell me what to do. I mean, not a bad way to go if somebody knows computers, like, to take their advice. If you go 5600 though, you're gonna have to go for a whole new motherboard. And you're kind of gonna have to do that anyways because the 10400 platform doesn't really have a ton of upgradability on it at this point. But yeah, if you are ever ready like to upgrade, come back to me in this chat and I'll point you towards some good stuff, or like, you know, give you some good advice. The custom water loop rig behind you looks nice too. What CPU is in there? That's a great question actually. I think it's like a 5900X. I'm totally blocking it with my head. I think it's like a 5900X. And yeah, it's got a little screen on it. It's got the little sound, doot sound reactive. It was created so that one of our employees could listen to K-pop. But otherwise, I think it's a water block. What is it? It's not a very... Maybe it's a 3090?
No, it's not that new.
Oh, you know, it's a 2080 Super. I'm pretty sure. Or a 2080 Ti. So yeah, it's a bit outdated. But we had that extra water loop one, so like, might as well make a cool water loop system. You just tell them what settings you want to play, Cyberpunk on, and how much money you're willing to give for it, and you can wiggle around there. True. I made it to Platinum on Moira, and these people are too sweaty for me. You'd be surprised. Kids nowadays grew up with tech from early age, so stuff like that can be easier for them. True. I guess especially if you stop playing games, but I don't know. Problem is most kids don't know how to troubleshoot. They get their millennial parents to fix it for them. Hey man, I had to figure out how to get the virus off the computer or else get in trouble. I have a 2070 Super. Nice. I mean, still a good card. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I had a friend who I would play Fortnite with. Well, it was my sister's friend. It was her squad, basically. And she was really good at Fortnite. But she had a son who also played Fortnite with his friends. And, you know, they thought they were all really cool. But, like, every once in a while they'd need her to swap in, like, you know, be a squad mate. And, like, she was carrying. And, I mean, they were all, like, 10, you know? I know, right? Like, oh, hold on, my mom's getting on. And she was always playing Fortnite, so, like, she played more than he did, because he had to go to school, you know what I mean? Like,
I think I'd be hurt if my friends were like, can you squad with your mom instead?
like, can your mom get on? We really need to win. That's what I'm shooting for, man, yeah.
You gonna stay sharp?
Oh, yeah. The kids I troll if they come to me with dumb questions. Well, also, like, some good couch co-op. Especially, like, you know, I had siblings, so, like, you know, I always had somebody to play with. But, like, what if you have, like, a single, you know, only child, then, like, you gotta be their couch co-op buddy. And that's gonna be tough, because I can't be like, it's B, I can't play, like, how is this hard? How are you not pressing B? Y'all's PCs suck, they're nothing compared to my Intel Celeron 1070U laptop.
Ooh, sorry.
Man, that probably takes, like, 10 minutes to finish booting, like. Did I tell you about how I went back to the laptop that I used in college? Because I was like, oh, I got like a bunch of files on here. I should, like, you know, I need to get these old photos off. And like booting it up, oh my gosh. This is before I knew anything about computers because I was studying something completely different at the time. It was like a good 5 minutes before all of the like on startup stuff had finished starting up and the CPU and the memory, like, that was completely loaded, had finished running through all of that junk, and I could finally be like, kill, open folder, wait, folder has opened. Like, oh, it was painful. Was Windows 8.1 Enterprise. It takes like a 5 minutes opening Windows 10. Oof. Did that have Norton and 5 other antiviruses installed? No, because at that point I knew not to use them at least. But there was a time where, yeah, when you used to pay for a McAfee subscription. Horrible. 4 gigs of RAM, Core 2 Duo, yeah. And yet, I was still able to play World of Warcraft while I was at college back then. I've always used Avast, yeah. That's another one, yeah. Was there a Soul Sniper here? Yeah. He's usually the first one in the chat when we go live. But yeah, he was here early and then left. Has never messed me up gaming. Nah, I don't have one period. Yeah. Windows Defender coming through. Because it's time to change my 1080 Ti, playing an indie game, and it doesn't show rain in the game. Oh. Do you just get the ripple on the ground and like nothing else? That's funny. Yeah, I was late. I didn't get the notification. That's all good. But yeah, he's usually here early because I think he goes to bed at some point. I knew it was upgrade time when they listed the 2060 Super as the bare min specs for Doom Dark Ages, and I was like, yeah, not playing on low settings. Turn into multimedia PC in the living room, always a good idea. But yeah, I always say that about like upgrading. It's like the time to upgrade is when the game that you really want to play does not work well on it anymore. So beginning of next month I'm getting it. Nice. This one will go to the wife and kids, still plays COD, and she plays a lot of lower graphics heavy games, so most of the ones she likes still play online, no issues. Nice. I always like the hand-me-down of computers and hardware. Like, someone gets an upgrade, somebody else gets an upgrade also. Not everyone can be Jensen with his $10,000 home theater PC. Yoy. I can't have y'all build it though, just because I'm going through pickles. Yeah, totally understandable. In one game, when I pull out my torch, I see pink and purple particles. Oh, interesting. Huh. PC tells you it's upgrade time. Yeah, it'll let you know. Gosh, I remember playing World of Warcraft. I had to delete everything on the home computer, basically. And then I could get, like, 20 frames, maybe. It was so bad. But I was so hopelessly addicted that I needed it. Oh my gosh! Welcome in, Sookie's Corner!
Hey, hey! Welcome in.
Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you had a good stream. We're just here finishing up our last PC of the day. Thank you so much for the raid. Yeah.
Thank you.
We're just talking about slow PCs and when you know you need to upgrade them. And how hopelessly sucked into Warcraft I was back in the day that I thought that 20 frames was totally doable. Did y'all hear about PC 2? Xbox is planning on making a PC. That's so funny. It's got the same case. Love it. Nice. Yeah, fantastic case. It's like nothing but love to this one. Works really well. Great airflow. Looks fantastic. Zero complaints. I remember when Command & Conquer Red Alert came out originally. Oh, yeah. So what were you doing on stream, Sookie? What were you guys playing? 20 FPS was fine for WoW back then. I don't think their servers were doing 24 ticks. Yeah. Oh man, I remember the Barons being a struggle. Where like you start running, but like it lagged, so I was like, I couldn't tell something was attacking me. Anything for that little bit of Warcraft. I'm having a weird new issue I wanted to ask y'all about. Yeah, go for it. I've been getting encoder errors during streams. Ooh, okay. See something. Interesting. Could be a driver issue or a software issue. I don't think it would be a hardware issue because your system is your system's new, so it shouldn't be an issue like that. Huh. Encoder issues. I'm assuming from OBS, like directly. Yeah, and I've never seen it till this new setup. Very weird. Okay. I would think a driver issue. That's gonna be a tough one. Cause yeah, I'm thinking that it's gotta be a driver issue. Cause yeah, I can't really think of any other reason why I would. Like assuming everything else is updated, like, or up to date, yeah. Honestly, I recommend getting in touch with customer service. They can even like set up a little appointment with you, for like a time that works, and like see actually like what's going on. They're pretty good at getting down to like what the cause is. Cause yeah, I would think that'd be a driver issue, but I can't really tell without poking around in there, you know. Interesting. Yeah, because I don't think it. There's something with the software. Okay, no worries, thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah. It could even be something as simple, too, as a certain BIOS setting needs to be, changed or something. But they'll point you in the right direction. They're pretty good about that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, though. Computers. Temperamental little things. Man, I'm thinking about that reindeer dog again. It was pretty good. Tried using different encoders for both stream and recording, but that didn't help. Oh, interesting. Yeah, very weird. Yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, customer service will be able to take a look at that. It's like they see a lot more of, I would say, like the obscure kind of issues. Have you ever gotten a nosebleed? Oh yeah. I've tried using, and it's a 5090, so it has 3. But I'll stop picking your brain. Have a great night, Bill. Don't worry about it. You're always free to pick my brain, but I'm a little stumped. I won't lie. Using OBS, yeah, that's what I'm. Like, I do wonder if it's like a software issue, but I don't know. I wonder if the 5090 and OBS are having any, like, beef right now. Like, just because it's such a new GPU, maybe it's... I don't know, that's very interesting. Oh, thanks, Carnage. That's a really good link. I'll play Clash of Clans? Nah. Only app I play right now is Pokemon TCG Pocket. And at this point I just have it to open card packs. Just get rid of the training time. Yeah, that was always my problem with mobile games, is the little time requirements. Because, like, I know it's supposed to make it so that you come back to the game, but it actually just made me not want to go back to the game. Because, like, I like to play in long marathons. Hello, Harold.
Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, one, I was like, especially because the first one took a bit, I was like, I wonder if he's gonna be able to pull it off in time. You did really good, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Locked in, yeah. Welcome back, Emerson.
Welcome back.
You're just in time as we're finishing up this PC.
Trying to figure out who that is.
Oh, it's the guy from Scooters. How much is the electricity? Who knows? Probably not much, like for a single computer, but for the whole place, a lot. There, I use so much PC in the back and all the lights, yeah. I mean, for a whole building that, you know, houses an entire company, it's probably like, you know, a drop in
Cost
the
of
bucket.
doing business.
Yeah. Is the build almost done? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're about to plug it in.
Alright, Clay.
What's up, Reese Cups? How you doing?
What up, what up?
You're just in time for the reveal. And by the reveal, I mean turning this on.
Yeah. That would probably help. Oh. Trying to sync it. Almost turned it off. Alright, folks. Well, this is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Lovely.
Turn this.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I really love the aluminum silvery accent in there. I think it works really well with this case. Night mode? I could do a night mode. Oh, sorry, Juan, who's actually still working.
No.
Very nice. Look at that. Gorgeous. Alright, well, this PC is done. It's going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers it needs out of the box. It's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers. You're good to go. We're also going to stress test this bad boy, make sure these components work and work under load. And when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering with us. Lovely
Thank you.
PC, Adrian. And it was a lovely time chatting with you and your brother. Gorgeous PC. Well, folks. That's 4 out of 4 right there. You know what that means. We're at the end of our stream. You're very welcome, Adrian. We're at the end of our stream. That means that we will be going home. Well, Juan's gonna go back to work. I'm gonna go home. Sorry, rubbing it in. We are going to be back on Friday with 4 more tasty builds. And yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of us on build stream because we got a lot of PCs. Why can't y'all just chat with? Oh, you know, we got things to do, places to be. Does Skytech have partner programs? Yes, check out our affiliate program on our website. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this build stream. We laughed, we cried, we built PCs. We'll be back on Friday, probably about the same time again, to do this all over again. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Suki, for the raid. And y'all have a great rest of your night.
Bye.
Bye.